Recorded from Purgatory Studios, aka a dingy-ass garage converted into a studio. Welcome, ladies and gents, to the We Speak English Good podcast. On today's discussion panel, we got the full touch of cast, Jesse Carr. We got Paul Wall. Myself, Caleb MCI. Our super duper special guest today, bassist Antar Martin. So without further ado, introducing your host with the most from the West Coast, Mike Bird.
You guys are so... Oh my God.
Can't top that.
Well.
Hello, friends. Welcome back. We're here again to pollute your mind with knowledge and nonsense and like not staying on topic and saying like and ums over and over again. So how you guys doing?
Good, man.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Cass. Love Cass that came through. You came through last minute. I appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I got the text from Caleb and I was like, I rearranged some things today, some appointments, and I'm here.
What things?
Like I was telling you earlier, I had to go teach some kids some hip hop. So and I usually do that like between 3 and 4 on Wednesdays, and preparing for a show. And so
When you say kids, how old are kids?
Like 4th, 5th grade.
Okay.
Yeah, 4th, 5th grade.
What do 4th and 5th grade rappers rap about?
Oh man, I know when I was in the 4th
Whatever
and
he
5th
tells
grade,
me.
and I was in the schoolyard freestyling. You know what I'm saying?
What were you freestyling about?
You know, my name is whatever my name was at that time.
Your name was different?
I'm sure it
Fourth
was.
grade?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure I was. I don't even think I had a name, to be honest.
Did they call you Craig in school?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes people have different names they want to go by in school because your nickname is Cass, right?
Right,
Did that come about during...
Actually, no. I mean, but I've always been Cass because it's my initials, Craig Anthony Smith. So, yeah. So as long as you know me as Cass, you know what I'm saying? So that's where that's where the whole name come from. Instead of, a touch of class as an MC, you get a touch of Cass, a touch of Craig Anthony Smith. So.
And where are you touching them?
You know what I'm saying?
DJ sound.
All over, mental massage.
Okay.
That sounds like some Quiet Storm stuff. I love that.
But so yeah, and that's how I got to free up some time, because if I would have had done that, then I would have had to go back to work and then stay at work until probably now, which I probably could have did because we got started kind of late. But I'm here, and I'm glad I got the invite. So yeah.
Well, thank you for coming. Appreciate it.
Yeah, that's really nice, man. I was debating on whether or not I should even tell this story because there's 2 ladies involved. But I was okay. So my son, as you guys know, my son got really sick last week, and there was a bunch of puking and shitting involved. So I had to miss the gym a couple days. And
Is that a cheer or a boo?
It was a boo.
Is that a boo? What do you guys think? Is that a cheer or a boo?
That
to
was
you?
a cheer, but
I thought it was a cheer.
we don't know. We're gonna change it.
But he
I
labeled
think
it
we're
as
gonna
boo.
change it.
That's a joyous sound.
But listen, I know children. You don't
Very
have to cover
joyous.
your mouth. You want
Very
to.
joyous.
Here, bring it closer to you. There you go.
I think
Sorry, we
face
don't
is
have
creeping
the
her out.
fancy for you.
Yeah, we're working with limited technology
Limited
here.
resources.
Yeah.
I don't think this is appropriate, but I think I'm gonna try it anyways. So, this is like a tale of a warning. A tale of warning. What do you call that? A tale of.
I have no.
Okay.
A warning?
a tale of warning. Yeah, you got me.
I couldn't go to the gym on Friday, so I had to do push-ups. It was my chesticle day, so I have to, work that out. So I was doing push-ups, And I was watching The Americans, which is this awesome show. I don't know if you guys don't know what it is, then whatever. It's about Russian spies, and it's totally badass. But I was doing my decline. I was doing my decline push-ups off the couch, and I was doing a set, and I looked up, and I saw the hot Russian girl with like the pouty lips, and it was like a bang out scene. And I was like, oh, so I got like I got popped a boner, and I was like,
Nice.
So I take a minute break between sets, you know, and
For the boner to go away?
No,
Yeah,
no.
right.
Between sets, it's just recovery time.
Okay.
Active recovery. And this was active recovery. So I have to pick my moments. I have a child. So he was asleep. I was doing my workout. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm heading to the bathroom and I'm fucking cranking one down the drain. So I fucking do it. And the sad thing is I cranked it out like under the minute. So I was really working hard. But the fucked up thing was,
That's
so I
a
was
goal,
doing
though.
burnouts, right? Which is you just go until you burn out. I was just doing push-ups. And I did like 20 my last set. And so when I came back from it, I could only do like 4 or 5. Like, it was sad. Like, I did.
It took your power?
Yeah,
like you
like
did in the bathroom?
fucking seriously, like I left my strength down the drain in my bathroom. So,
Under a minute's impressive.
well, you gotta work fast when you got a kid, man. At any moment, his ass is gonna start screaming and demanding shit. So
Is that your spot, though? Like your regular spot?
Yeah, I'm pathetic,
I
dude.
don't know.
I'm such a pathetic.
It's a valid question,
Dude.
right?
It's so pathetic. Like, if anybody has a kid, they know they're a man, a father. A father knows that fucking you gotta pick your moments right, man, or because like you gotta work that shit out. Because at any moment he's gonna come out fucking crying and snotting and shitting. So, anyways, I love my son, but
If he starts to cry, how much longer do you go?
no, I stopped because that's like total boner killer. Like I can't even.
pinch it off.
It's weird. I can't even like pop boners with him on my lap. Like if I see something on TV or like if his mom walks by,
You like throw him off your lap?
Well, I get weird. I'm just, oh god, I feel weird. It's such a weird thing with having a kid and like he's young and having your sex life come back. I mean, it's women get fucking tore. Like it's crazy. So, you gotta pick your moments, and I won't go into too much more details. But that was my tale of warning
There's
that
a
I
lot
wanted.
of detail, like already. Could you go more?
Well,
Did you flush the toilet?
No. I cranked it down the drain.
Was it
The
is it the
sink
one
or the
that,
bathtub? You sick bastard.
is it the
I
toilet?
scrubbed that fucker. Don't worry.
Do we use that toilet like your guest?
No, it's not down the toilet. I told you it's down the drain in the
Okay.
sink. So
Well,
yeah.
in the sink?
But I
Stay away
bleached
from
that
the sink.
shit.
How,
Yeah.
how tall's the sink? I could have
I'm
reached
taller
that.
than the sink.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's not.
Could
made,
I reach that?
It's not made for petite.
I just
No.
used his bathroom. Awesome.
you might be tippy toeing.
Yeah, you mean. So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to like be gross, but I wanted to tell that because it's a warning. Don't beat off between your sets. Finish your workout.
Business before pleasure.
Business.
I think
before
this is a little sign of schizophrenia or something.
Yeah. Is that
it-
another dude?
I mean,
Doing it?
just like
Tyler Durden.
working out and then going to beat off, and
But
then
dude, I was watching
coming
The
back for
Americans.
work.
Immediately?
No,
Yeah,
You were
like-
watching TV though too, right? Like if
I think
You
your
have-
body's confused.
It was. No,
Like,
well,
sexual
the
schizophrenia.
yeah,
chemical
something
release,
like that.
it's a problem.
Is it a chemical thing, though?
I don't
I
know. I
haven't-
didn't look
okay.
into it. I made my own assumptions. Like tryptophan is released in the brain, and like that's the shit in turkey that makes you tired. So I think the tryptophan took my power of push up, and
So was it right back to the workout after?
Well, no, I sat out for like another 5 minutes, and the rest of the workout was shitty.
Thought about what you
It
did.
was just, yeah, it was pretty bad. It was very, just sit there like sweating. And,
Did you go right to the podcast
Wait.
notebook? It's like, I got to talk about
no,
this
actually,
shit.
this came out. Me and Paul were talking because me and Paul went to the Padres game. I kind of was fleshing it out with him because I was like, I don't know if I should say this on the fucking show, but
Oh no, that was good. And there's another one that I think you should.
you know what,
unveil.
Paul? Can you go ahead?
Bathroom buckshot.
Is that what it's called?
Well, that's what we were talking about.
Oh yeah, bathroom buck. You know what? We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go to a segment that we like to call "When Mike Used to Be an Alcoholic." today, Paul is going to go ahead and tell a story. Oh, thank you. Paul's going to go ahead and tell it's not a long story. It's quick, but it's effective.
it's quick. But I don't remember what caused the interaction that.
Yeah, we were fighting.
Yeah, we were
For
fighting.
some reason. Well, we were just moved out of our parents' basements and fucking living in California. We're from fucking Toledo, Ohio.
3 of us in a 2-bedroom, like
stacked on top
10
of
by
each other.
10 apartment.
Fucking cockroach coach. Fucking just all the shitty things you can think of
Neighbor
an apartment.
hopping. You could go to any apartment
Well,
and just
that
fall
was the
asleep.
best part because we could just hang out in Gangster Alley, get drunk, and fucking talk shit all night and and yell at the Antar.
Right?
Oh yeah, please clear.
Yeah,
your
but this one is entitled Little Mikey Cakes. So me and Mike me and Mike had got into an altercation. I don't know what it was. We had been drinking, and plus at that time we were all doing drugs, and we were just out of our mind. But I remember open hands smacking Mike and him falling over and he just got back up, Paul, and then he took off running. And then he came back out, and by the time he had come back out, he was blackout drunk because he had a bottle in his room, and he got hammered. And since there were 3 of us in a 2-bedroom, I slept on the couch. And you can always tell when Mike was drunk because he had like this dead stare. He looked right through you. He was looking at the wall
stare
that you were standing in front of. And he was an instigator when he was drunk, so he knew what he was doing. He came out, stumbled out of the bedroom, and I had bought a little Debbie cake that I put
Oatmeal
in
cream
the freezer.
pie.
Oatmeal cream pie, yeah. And I was waiting for it to freeze, and Mike's drunk ass comes stumbling out, and all the lights are off, and all I hear is crinkling. And he had opened the freezer door slow enough that I couldn't hear it. And then he stumbles back by, and he had the oatmeal cream pie stuck in between his underwear and his T-shirt. And I could hear every step he took was the and he gets to his bedroom door and he slams it, and I hear him open it, and before he takes the first bite, he just has this like maniacal laugh come out, and he's already got the cookie in his mouth by the time he starts to laugh. Yeah, it was just a slow coughing. Fuck you, Mike. Fuck you, pounding on the bedroom door. And of course, he laughs harder and harder the madder that you get. But yeah, that's my drunk moment with Mike.
Thank you, Paul. I appreciate you coming on here and sharing our deepest secrets.
Of course.
That we swore we'd never tell ever.
Yeah.
Wait, so was you, him, and who was the third guy?
Justin.
Okay.
Shorts.
Buff Justin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Buff Justin.
Was he Buff Justin back in those days?
No. He was Fat Justin.
Yeah.
He was Chunker Justin.
Oh.
He has pictures. They're amazing. Like, he had a point right after he got his heart broke for his first time. He like gained like fucking. It was like 60 pounds.
What? Wait, when was
when
it?
he broke up with his first real heartbreak?
Here in California?
No, in fucking Ohio.
Oh
When we were a kid.
yeah.
Yeah, remember? And
Binge
he,
drinking.
Yeah, binge drink. He just sat in his basement playing guitar, feeling sorry for himself.
That's funny.
Got fat as fuck.
That's horrible. You laughing at a man that was just melting.
Emotional distress.
No, it
Melting
sucks too.
down.
And the rest of his hair fell out too. So it was just like, oh,
my
okay, all
Goodness.
you know, he'll tell you himself. You know, he's a lovely gentleman. I respect.
You ever
him
had
for
one of
him.
those first heartbreak? Like you distraught?
Fuck yeah! It's like I remember laying in bed and my heart was just ripped out of my chest. I remember just having a hard time breathing, like I was underwater. It's like someone just fucking punched the air out of my chest, and we're still friends today.
I'm sorry, bro.
The girl?
Yeah, me and her.
Did you cry?
Oh yeah,
With sound?
Bitch. Yeah, I would get drunk. I mean, I would
Wait.
get blacked out
What do you mean
drunk.
with sound like?
Like, or was it like, like Indian teardrop, like someone litters?
No, it was like the man one where you just have silent cries with intense stares.
Shaking your head.
He
Like
said
don't
the
let
man
it,
one.
trying to make it go back in?
Yeah.
Trying to reverse
I
it
would
back into the
imagine
tear
fucking
ducts?
that's
Tightening your lips
how
up.
Cass would cry, just just a stern look and one single tear. Like,
How do you cry, Cass? Will you let that? Yeah.
I mean, I cry like a normal person. You know what I'm saying?
With sound? No.
It depends on what I'm crying about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, crying with sound is big. That's
It is, though.
right.
Man. Yeah, I haven't cried with sound in a long time, man.
Yeah, like little kids.
Usually it's not loud. Yeah, usually it's you know, like I can't. I can only
Into a
show.
mirror?
I can't make any sound.
no, I'm telling you, it's just a fucking stern look, just like shaking his head. One tear. Just
tight
like
lip.
Same look like
Squeeze
when
out
Pouty
one
lip.
tear.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, for real.
I'm good.
That's funny.
one, I'm good. One and done.
Oh, you, Jesse? What kind of crier are you?
It sounds really weird, but I like. Like it's more instead of I get pissed off that I want to cry, so I'll like put on like metal music.
Nice. What? Like who? Like who?
Why are you
Avenged
like the-
Sevenfold.
Really?
Smash
You
it
know
down.
what? Like I got
Yeah,
this
what's the
thing
band?
too. I get tears when something exciting happens as well.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
and it's just a quick rush, like shh, and then a couple tears will come down.
Like when the
yeah.
Do you
U.S.
think you
wins
cry
a gold
more
medal?
happy?
No.
Then-
probably
is that
not.
what or no, just
But happiness makes me tear. Is what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say. Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
because did you notice were you really emotional before your child and then like it kicked in high gear after? Because
No,
I know
this is
I know
the
I was
same.
pretty. Oh, was
I've
it?
been the same emotionally. Yeah,
You must-
I've been,
You changed?
Because you're not emotionally crippled like me. It's just fucking anger and self doubt. Well, I cry now. I never used to cry. I only cried when I was drunk, and I would cry to Justin like, "I had a hard childhood." And he was just like, "Shut the fuck up." We all did. And but only when I was like blacked out drunk would I cry. But now I'll see a fucking commercial where it's a dad interacting with his son like as like in a teenager, and I'll fucking start shitting out tears all over. That's gonna be
yeah, those
awesome.
commercials
Aw.
after having a
It's-
son, those commercials do choke me up, and I'll
I cry over everything. I get
You know,
super
just like-
excited. Like I'll get happy and see something. Like musicals get me, and fucking children laughter and
Budweiser commercials.
I mean, that's
Budweiser
With
commercials.
the horse?
The
Oh my
Clydesdale.
God.
The
Yeah,
Clydesdale fucking-
that was a good one.
But that's weird because I get a boner too. So it's like
At the
I'm
same
crying.
time?
see,
Yeah,
that's
I got
that
a
confusion. You
Yeah.
need to go
It's
see a
like-
doctor about that. Like
I just,
They got
that's
pills
boner
for
when you
that.
crying and a
Yeah.
boner in between working out.
It's true.
Like that's when that's just
You're
usually
just
you know what I'm
aroused
saying?
by
Usually
any
your
emotion.
manhood is like
Yeah, it goes away on
yeah,
certain occasions.
exactly.
does.
You got some kind of double. I don't know what it is.
Just-
Maybe your blood flow is different, though. You know?
maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like how the
Shit.
toilets flush reverse
Exactly.
in Australia.
Yeah. Yeah.
His
Yeah.
circulatory
Counter-
system goes other way.
counterclockwise.
A
It's like
vein is like not supposed
opposite
to
of
be
his
there
heart
for
or
regular
no,
people.
whatever.
Oh, it could be an extra chromosome.
Jesse, so we interrupted you just to tell you about
Yeah,
my
this
crying
80s
boners.
Yeah,
80s
so
punch
sorry.
dancing
I think I was
anger
the one that
crying.
interrupted you.
What? I
No, you
the,
put on
story,
metal
the
music.
story
Tell
was
us
definitely over. No, it was
No,
definitely,
but like
that was-
what band?
gotta
What band?
continue.
Because I like metal too.
Well, I got addicted to a little bit of a silly metal band when I was younger, and
No
it's still
offense.
one of the favorites.
Which one?
Blood Runs Black. That's Blood Runs Black, and
Do we have some Blood Runs Black to hear?
No. That's not it.
Wait, so you play metal when you want to cry,
I might cry.
and then you cry during
yeah.
listening to it?
Yeah, but it like gets you out of the funk a little bit faster.
Do you anger punch too?
He's a pro. You've done that before.
Oh, I do that shit. I'll be like, motherfucker! Like, hitting the wall. I'm so fucking pathetic when I get
Super
it's
dramatic.
So, it's so shitty too because like I could be a really happy and outgoing guy, but like just something stupid will set me off, and then I'm just mad. And so it's an ongoing problem. I'm actually dealing with it. Buddhism. I'm not Buddhist, but I like the idea of presence and what's the other one? It's presence and oh God, what's the one? Like compassion, I guess. Understand what is it called? Fuck. Anyways, The presence things help me.
I
but-
cannot go for a reincarnation. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, that's dumb. But
You can't go for it. You don't believe in it.
That's what I just don't understand how
I
people
don't-
like fully commit to that belief.
well, I don't understand how a lot of people
believe, like
fully
halfway.
commit to
I mean,
lies.
the energies get transferred into
you're-
something else. That's
right.
what I believe.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
absorbed into the earth anyway if you're
Yeah.
buried,
energy
right?
can't be
Not
destroyed.
reincarnated into like the exact same thing you were. You know
Nah,
what I'm
like-
saying?
Or
Like,
even a different animal, but back into the earth. There's where
Yeah.
you're gonna
yeah,
go.
Yeah,
you might be
Are we
a
going down
little
this reincarnation
particle.
discussion
right.
path right now?
You might be a little
Off
particle of wood or a piece of
Yeah, let's
metal
talk
in this
about our
can.
belief
Bark,
system.
right?
Do you think it matters?
Here
though,
you are in your
if you did
afterlife.
bad? Like if you did bad in life,
Reincarnated as the color
do you
changes.
reincarnate into something else?
Tells you when it's cold.
That's your reincarnation.
Hey, question. So, in this life, if you do bad or just how you react, do you reincarnate into something else? Like, if I sinned a lot, do I reincarnate into like a moped or some shit?
Oh, that like a,
No,
a
that's
fat, tall
ridiculous.
lesbian dress.
I think that sounds fair.
I think it does sound
Or a
fair.
fly.
Yeah.
Like fly always landing on horrible,
Shit.
rotting things. Yeah,
Oh,
right?
that'd be dope. Yeah, but to a fly, horrible rotting things
Is a good
shit.
thing. Yeah, that's true. That's
like
true.
literally.
But how do you know that?
Yeah, you don't.
What
because
if it's just
they lay their
programmed?
babies in it.
I know, but what if they're programmed to do that? I have no choice.
Oh well, it doesn't matter. I mean, I'm siding with the flies.
Okay.
I'm
siding with the shit.
Well,
That could have
Reincarnation.
counted as a boo.
That didn't. When children are doing it.
Reincarnation's intense, though.
So who do you guys think is gonna win Mayweather Pacquiao?
I got my man Pacquiao. Well, I'm Filipino, so
You
I
have
gotta
to
ride with
You-
the
I mean,
hometown
like,
hero.
If you don't,
Yeah,
is he from Bay Area?
he's from Philippines.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
What was the horn for?
You said he was Filipino.
yeah.
He's like, he's from the Bay.
Have you ever heard him talk?
Yeah, my man Filipino.
Yeah.
He's from the Bay.
We don't talk like that in the Bay Area, man.
No, I've never
Yeah.
heard him talk. So how many fouls are in boxing?
How many what?
How many fouls? Like, how do you get them? How do you like?
It's like 7 touchdowns and
You
you
get
win.
You get
Headbutt.
7.
Yeah.
How many innings?
I
are
think
there?
warning. It's just warning. Like you can only be warned a couple times before the fight's called off. Like you talking about doing something illegal, like a headbutt or.
Oh, no.
Like,
Well, I was just seeing how many innings it goes.
It goes as many rounds as whoever stands up and makes it
So how do you make
But the
points?
maximum is 12 rounds.
by body hits. There's judges.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm
oh.
getting assaulted.
He's getting a boner. That's the way it works. No, I got Pacquiao. How about you? I mean, you don't follow boxing, but
I'm gonna go
What you
with
know.
Mayweather because
Yeah.
my wife is black.
so you
All
say-
right.
okay.
Hey, ain't
Well,
nothing
you
wrong
know.
with that.
Yeah.
No.
You know, that's part of the culture. Sticking together.
Oh, okay.
Community, man.
So if you weren't married to Reina, you would go for
What's the white guy's name? No,
the referee.
From the Bay.
Yeah.
the white guy from the Bay. No, I don't know. Maybe I would go with Mayweather because I think he's a shit talker, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like shit talkers. Muhammad Ali was a shit.
Oh,
like
yeah.
him,
Yeah.
just the original shit talker.
Right.
I like shit talkers. That's why I like Fred Durst so much from Limp Bizkit.
Does he talk shit?
No, that's why I like him. I just wanted to bring it up.
Fred Durst?
Well, he's all right. Nothing against him.
What's it, Nookie? He did it,
I
all
did it all
for
for
the
the
Nookie. So she could take. Cass, where you going? You sticking together?
Mayweather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Because he's a great athlete,
Yeah,
and,
he
and
is.
I want to see him, you know what I'm saying, continue that undefeated record. Like,
Oh, is he undefeated?
Mhm.
I like that. All right. So, Paul, what do you got?
I'm gonna make it difficult for the last panelist, and I'm gonna go with Pacquiao.
wow,
Because-
points at me.
Tiebreaker.
Like him.
Tiebreaker.
So
You're up,
one
young
more
lady.
for Pacquiao. So if you're the tiebreaker, so whoever you say
It's gonna happen.
is gonna
Yeah,
win.
right?
So.
Yep.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go with the best political figure, Manny Pacquiao.
best political figure.
Oh.
He's like a politician,
Yeah,
in
congressman.
congressman in
Yeah.
the Philippines, right?
Yeah. But that doesn't. It's not saying. I mean, yes, it says a lot. But the Philippines is a dirty ass country.
Yeah, but
So-
politics.
Well, I'm
politics
saying
is
if he wasn't Pacquiao, he probably would have been in the government like that.
Sure.
Because he has clout in the sports industry
But-
and money.
whatever. I mean, look at
But same thing
Arnold
here.
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, same thing here.
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
And Pacquiao, I mean, yeah, politicians like that. That's a real.
Yeah, but he is
job.
definitely a people person.
Is he
though.
a politician?
Yeah, he gives back to the people.
Yeah, they say he got a lot of charisma. They say he got a lot of charisma
Wow.
and
Yeah.
very attractive personality.
And he's attractive. He's not attractive. He looks like he's taking a couple hits.
Yeah, he's a boxer.
Right. That cauliflower ear, that bubble ear that
Oh,
they
you
get.
got the cauliflower?
I'm not sure, but
Does he have one of
I
those?
I just picture it.
No, I don't think so. He just got
No.
big ears.
Yeah.
He has Dumbo ears.
That's really big.
Take flight.
This is going nowhere.
All right.
Change this topic here. Huh?
So, let's go on to our commercials. Today, our podcast is brought to you by CVS Pharmacy. We would like to thank CVS. They've been helping us out. So, that's where we got our Jameson. They donated Jameson. So, CVS Pharmacy, because your neighborhood needs one on every block.
CVS Pharmacy. Go fuck yourself, small business.
Nice.
Okay, so I would like to bring on our guest. He's been just sitting over there and just soaking it all in. So let's bring on Antar Martin. You in there? Let me give you some room. I'm sorry, Antar. It's very small in here, and it's harder for larger guys to get around in here. So,
I know it's all good. I know all about that.
no, dude, me too, man. I'm just this gross thing growing on me here. I hate it. Anyways,
Hey, Mike,
welcome
real
to
quick.
the show. Oh,
Hey, thanks for having me, man.
Can you do the Bill Cosby accent real quick? Okay.
roofies.
There's no bite at all. I forgot.
sorry.
I haven't
I'm sorry
tasted that
to
in a long
interrupt.
Oh,
time. I forgot how good it is.
You guys, you guys,
Oh yeah, side conversation. Sorry,
guys got
sorry. We're good.
oh, please, ginger beer and Jameson.
We were talking about how smooth the Jameson was.
Ginger beer, I like ginger beer.
Well, are you
I
not
like ginger
interested,
beer.
Mike?
Here, I'm sorry.
Hey,
Antar.
thank
I'm,
you.
I'm
That's-
gonna
that's
literally
right, that's
put
right,
this
that's right.
right in your face.
That's all right.
Oh my god, I'm too.
This show's going downhill
I know
already.
this.
Massively downhill.
Yeah, you know.
Not
how I
because
do
of
this
you,
one.
because of.
Yeah, it's been like that from the
It's
start,
true.
but it's all good. We're having a good time.
All right. So, anyways, oh yeah. So,
Yeah.
welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you, man.
I'm so happy you came down.
Hey, thank you.
Antar's gonna do a little performance, so stick around for that. He's gonna do this awesome.
Boom, boom, boom.
He's gonna do an upright. Look at our line producer as well.
Starting to slow clap.
So stick around for that. He's gonna do an upright solo performance, and me and him might do something. It depends on how long we do this. We'll see what happens. But thank you so much, man. You made it through traffic and Kaiser House.
Kaiserhof and that lousy.
Kaiserhof.
I mean, it's a great place. It's just it just kind of takes a while for them to get their food out, but
Oh my
that's
God.
okay.
Dude, that shit is good. Me and Raina went there for for the happy hour,
Yeah.
and you just order drinks, and then they have like a free buffet of fucking like sausages and fucking like
Oh,
it's hors d'oeuvres.
they didn't have that for us, man.
Oh no, it's during happy hour. That's like,
We were there for the happy hour.
oh, for real?
Yeah.
Making
And you were
him
ordering
feel
drinks?
bad and shit.
Well, we didn't order any drinks or anything because you know,
Oh, you
I
gotta
think
tell me
it's
you're
just
here for the
Monday.
happy hour.
I think it's just Monday that they do the buffet, right?
Fuck. Anyways, so people are dying to know: Pandora or Spotify?
Spotify.
Taking over.
Why?
Well, I mean, when you really think about it, I mean, Spotify has like a lot of the same features that Pandora has, plus a lot of other things too, like just that whole being able to discover whatever you've been listening to and all that good stuff.
Yeah, well, with Pandora, what I don't like, I don't know if Pandora actually does this or not, but Spotify, you can play entire albums.
Yeah.
And, like, you can save them directly to your phone if you have the premium service. Like, there's a lot of shit. Actually, Spotify, I just want to let everybody know, for any DJs or people who are aspiring to DJ, right now, DJ2 is free through what is it? Algorithm?
Yeah, algorithm.
Algorithm.
Yeah. Algorithm.
Algorithm.
What's DJ2?
It's a DJ format. It's an app. It's dope as fuck. But Spotify was pushing it because you can use Spotify to DJ. So if you have an iPad or an iPhone, or I think it works on your iPhone. I don't fucking know.
That's incredible.
You can
though.
stream it, so you could actually go to a club and fucking do. And you can scratch on it and shit.
As long as you got Wi-Fi, you can do it.
You can DJ with Wi-Fi. That's your
Yeah,
that's
man.
your equipment. Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
It's so dope.
That's crazy.
I'm so into this shit. And I just connected my Spotify to it, and I was doing like a little mix.
Dude, you know what? Now they got Spotify for PlayStation.
Oh yeah, I heard.
Yeah.
I heard. That's
Yeah.
dope. That's dope. That's how you do that.
I mean, I just started using it today, but I mean, I don't know. Still have a little bit more to do with it.
Right. Well, it's nice that you could just do it through your TV. No, Fire Stick. I have the Amazon Fire Stick. It's pretty dope. This is what it looks like. It's pretty dope, man. Like, it's super powerful. I paid $50 for this exact fucking function. Well, there was a little more to mine, but like I paid $50 on for this version on the Mac.
Wait, that's
This is
within
free.
Spotify, or it's its own
No,
separate?
this is its own thing. So it's fucking.
And you use Spotify
But
songs
you can use Spotify songs
yeah.
to
while it's
put
streaming.
on those
While
turntables.
it's streaming.
That's
They,
dope.
That's
like,
crazy.
sync in some way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then look, it has like BPMs and shit. I'm doing a fucking algorithm.
You get paid for that shit,
But
though.
no, I'm just. Well, it's called DJ, but
Algorithm.
it's by algorithm.
So you got to have like
Algorithm.
a good, strong signal though to use that. You can't
Yeah,
be using
like,
a dial-up
if
or
you-
anything, right?
Well, not this shitty Wi-Fi shit out here.
No AOL connection.
No, you
No
just,
56K.
you just made him cover up his laptop, man. You just made him cover up his
Oh, I'm
tablet.
sorry, man. Like, oh,
Fucking show is over.
the
motherfucker.
table of domino.
Hit the bomb. Turn the bomb on.
Thanks, Flex.
Thanks, Flex.
So, let's see here. Antar, you happen to be from my hometown,
Toledo, yeah.
T-Town in the house.
Did you guys know each other?
No, actually we didn't. We actually, the first time we met here was actually at your house party you had here like one summer.
Yeah, that was a long
And
time.
Lyle did college brought me over.
Yeah, Lyle, who's a phenomenal guitar player.
Was he a fucking drunk piece of shit?
Actually, no, he was actually sober that day.
Really?
Oh no,
He doesn't
you
remember
weren't.
the
You
sober
weren't.
days.
You were. I met you like pissed drunk, kicking in the front lawn, man. cooking some chicken.
Oh yeah,
On his
yeah.
front lawn
I remember
over
you-
here?
Yeah, because you were
Yeah.
playing with the threat.
Yeah, the threat.
remember
Yeah,
that.
man, I remember that.
Oh yeah,
The threat
dude.
ripped the night?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, I know that band,
Yeah,
man.
man,
You
that's me,
guys
man.
fucking-
Yeah, what's up, man? What's up?
I'm cool now, man. Yeah. I like that band.
No, that was an awesome jam because remember it was like a bunch of hard hitters.
Yeah,
But
man.
before they were like hard. I mean, they were hard hitters, but like now, like the people who were there, like are doing big things,
I
including
know.
you, man.
I mean, I'm doing okay. I mean, you know, I'm still trying to come up in the music scene here
Dude,
in San
it's
Diego.
hard. It's fucking
It
hard.
is because it's a really competitive scene. There's so many good people here like at one time, and it just seems like every year
It's
we just
true.
get more and more and more
Well,
good
it's a
people
beautiful
here.
City, the people transplanting here.
Yeah,
Fucking-
ain't nobody from
who's-
here.
Do you know Omar Lopez was there?
Yeah, Omar
right?
was there. Corey McAfee.
Oh,
him and
he
I
went
went
to
to high.
that too.
Yeah, him and I were in the same graduating class with each other. Yeah.
Fucking. Oh man. Oh, Robert Kuntz.
Yeah, him.
Who tried to send a dick pic to my wife, but I still love you.
Oh Jesus.
And then, fuck, there was some other people.
How do you try
I'm
to send a
name
dick
dropping. I feel
Like, what's it like? His connection was bad?
He texted her, was like, oh, well, Raina texted him, like, hey, are you available for Dick? Because Robert played with us, and so did you. You played with us with the Dynasty for a little bit. And Robert was playing, and she was asking him if he was available, and he was like, oh. And he was like, no, I'm not available, or whatever. And he was like, I was about to send you a picture that might be inappropriate, question mark.
Oh my
It's
God,
kind
I
of
remember
sweet
that.
that he
I
just
remember
set
that.
it up before you sent it.
And then
some,
fucking,
some
and then
dudes would have just sent it.
it's true. And Raina was like, no, dude. She does not find him attractive. So
No, in words or like a.
Oh, she was like, I'm very
was
thankful
that
that
emoji?
you didn't.
An emoji?
Yeah. No, Raina's in the fucking emojis now. She has like black emojis.
Oh, you know what about my phone? Speaking of emoji, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Tori tried to send me an emoji of a black guy's face. When my phone's so racist, it came in as a white guy.
Oh,
I swear to God,
Nice.
yeah. Because my phone's old too, but I thought that was really racist of my phone. Yeah, and I took a screenshot because he was like, "Oh, that's a black guy's face," and I screenshot. I was like, "No, he came in as a white guy."
Oh, that's fucked
I'm
up.
sorry. Yeah.
That's fucked up, man.
Yeah. Galaxy S2, man.
And he
Stephanie
he
came up.
said, I just said you a black guy.
Yeah, he's like,
He had to explain that.
Well, because he didn't think my phone would get emojis first of all, and he was
So
like,
he
"Oh, by
knew
the
what
way,"
you're doing.
yeah, he was like, "By the way, that's a black guy's face," and then I was like, "Well, it came in as a white guy." Like
Start
that's how
putting
my
in
phone.
parentheses next to
Yeah.
all of your emojis.
Yeah, it's
Angry face.
Yeah. Just to let you know.
I wanted to know what was because you sent me one today. It was alien face. What does that mean?
Alien Face is saying that today?
Yeah, I think so. It was a thumbs up and an alien face.
Well, the
Oh
alien,
no,
the
that's supposed to
alien,
be face with sunglasses, man. I don't know what happened.
the alien, the alien
maybe-
face comes in when you don't get those emojis.
Yeah,
on your phone.
yeah.
So you get the alien
But
face.
you have an
with that.
iPhone. Hey, but you have an
bad.
iPhone.
I do have an iPhone.
Well, so do I.
The alien face or the white guy
It was
face?
a white guy.
Oh man, we got the
alien because
the generic face, man.
I got some bullshit.
I don't even know.
Wait, what
it
were
is.
you trying to send initially?
Smiley face with sunglasses on
But
it.
he got an alien.
But he got
Yeah.
an alien because the smiley face
Damn.
would have came through as a white guy. That's what happened.
Racist ass.
Damn, taking over the
So-
emojis.
That's the error.
Well,
That's fine.
all
I
emojis
want to see
aside.
what Mike gets now for the.
God damn
I'm
it.
gonna send you the black guy face.
Oh. So, anyways, man, like
He's
what?
probably gonna get the alien.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
you
well,
lying. He's trying to check if you're lying.
fucking, you're just lucky Raina's not here reciting
let me
emoji code.
Where is it? That's it.
Yeah, it's a black
I can't
alien.
even see it.
And a white fist.
Nice.
Oh, okay, it blows up.
Let me see.
It's a black fist of power, but it's a fucking black fist with a white fist with a black alien.
We gotta look into that, man.
Shit.
Yo, that's like
Nice.
Vicious shit.
Nice.
Wait, what do you
That's
have? What kind of
crazy.
phone?
The
has an iPhone.
6.
The iPhone 6, and what do you have?
yo.
My best.
Oh, okay.
He
Some-
just
Five
sent
S.
all
something
black,
going on, man.
black
This is some
on black,
horseshit.
and
We
it
need to
came
get to
over
the
here
bottom
black
of
and
This ain't
white.
cool, man. This ain't
Something
cool.
going on,
Weird,
man.
dude.
Or
We need to put all of
Or-
our efforts into finding out the solution to this.
trying to make the mix.
Yeah.
Trying to make the mix, eh? I like the mix. I like the mix for sure.
He doesn't get the aliens on it.
Yeah.
Poop.
Yeah, I think it's just the new ones out there.
The new ones.
Some of the poops smile though.
That's funny.
Wait, there's different
Oh, they got a
faces for
smiley
the
poop.
poop.
There's
I get that
smiley
one.
poop.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? You gotta hold the poop down to see the other poop faces.
Okay, so
this is a smiley
people
poop.
can't
It's
see this
smiley
shit,
poop.
so
It's
we're
all
gonna
good.
let's
It's all
focus
good.
our attention
Yeah,
back to the
sound
guest.
it off, bro. Reset it. Reset it with a sound. Fair enough.
Anyways, Antar, what got you into playing the bass, man? Like, what inspired you?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I was in elementary school and I was doing this youth orchestra thing, kind of sort of in 5th grade, and I just always thought the bass was like a lot cooler than violin, so I was always driving towards the bass.
So is it what? So you thought it was cooler than the violin?
Yeah,
Were you
because
like
it was-
gonna play the violin? And
I mean,
then you're
yeah,
like,
I mean,
"Fuck that, I'm
it
playing the bass"?
was all right, but then like middle 7th grade, this chick I was in school with, she decided she wouldn't play bass anymore, and I was like, okay, well I'll play it then. And then it just started right there at 13.
So you just walk.
I just walked in, but my first bass though was a 75 Gibson Ripper,
Oh.
fretless, that my uncle gave me when I was like 12.
So isn't there's bass players in your bloodline?
There's one,
One?
like
Is
one
he-
or two.
Is he bad?
I mean, I never really heard him play. I mean, I understand he's all right. Yeah,
That's fair enough.
Wait, so
he
you
gave
started with the stand up or
I
started?
started with the electric
bass?
first, and then I went to stand up.
Okay.
And were you
Yeah.
playing the electric and orchestra, or did you?
I just played it at home. I used to play with commercials and stuff like that on TV.
Oh, nice. You got perfect pitch. That's the thing. Yeah, I bet that helped playing instruments. I mean, fucking. I remember that one time. You were over at the house, and we are gonna cover some No Doubt song, and I was like, I can't figure out this chord, and he just went, ding, ding, ding. Oh, there it is, right there. And I was just like, oh, fuck, dude. Which I should have been able. I mean, technically, I should have been able to pick a chord out. I mean, if ear musicians, if you don't know how to read music, and if you don't fucking know your shit right, you should be able to listen and like be able to pick up on it.
Yeah.
At least in the simplest form. At least being able like knowing that these two notes are gonna work together just by being able to hear that. I mean, even on the simplest level. So that just goes to show on where I was at. But yeah, man, fuck yeah. So how was Toledo growing up, man? Did you like it there? I mean, I know I didn't.
I mean,
but-
I didn't really care for Toledo. I mean, I grew up in the West End, like right there on like Collingwood and Central.
Oh,
you
West
know where
End.
that is?
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
like West
yeah.
Toledo, like right
West
down the
Toledo,
street
baby.
from Scott High School.
Scott, what?
No, no love there. No. Sorry, Toledo.
It's okay.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. Like, I got the hell out as soon as I could.
Yeah.
Played bass as much as I could. And
Well, you went
just-
to the Navy, right?
Yeah, I went to Navy, did the Navy band thing for 8 years, got out, stayed here, and just tried to work my way through the music scene here, man.
Wow.
That's cool. So you stay active.
Yeah, I stayed active in the military. Yeah.
Yeah, he was a musician.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Wow, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You
Appreciate
just
that.
got out. Like,
I just got out
like
in
a couple years?
2012.
So it's been a couple years.
It's been a couple years, and I've just been working on some odd jobs here and there, and primarily just trying to just do the music thing, man. Just
Yeah, like you're saying, it's kind of hard out here, man. The competition's stiff, and like it's just hard to like find a scene, or like the scenes are like elusive, or it's just like
Yeah.
I like San Diego because there can be a scene in certain areas. Like OB has like a cool little like beach scene where like they're really receptive and they're really supportive, but then that same band could go across town to North Park and
Yeah.
like completely
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's just such a weird fucking.
it's just crazy just being here in I look at San Diego kind of like the map from San Andreas, GTA, like you cross the street and it's like vitally different from the other side of the intersection,
Oh,
I mean,
man.
you're on one side of you're on University, and as soon as you cross 35th, it just seems like a whole different world over there,
It blows up.
35th Street.
Yeah.
City Heights, baby.
Living on the edge.
Yeah.
You know it.
No, I mean, yeah, dude, it's tough out here. And just trying to stay afloat. Yeah, so are you mainly doing music then right now for money, or do you got like side projects that you're doing, or
I mean,
what you got?
Mainly right now it's just music. I mean, basically just freelancing and just doing some pickup work here and there. We've got a couple of studies here and there, and I'm always trying to write and get some ideas on paper or on Sibelius, whatever, just making sure my ideas don't, just sit idle and go unproduced, or
Well,
at least put out in the world in some sort of way.
and that's the thing about like musicians or artists in general. It's like it's such a thing that you have to do. It's almost a fucking sickness. Bukowski described like the artistic, or a writer anyways, but I would take this to an artist. Is fucking Jesus, where were we? Bukowski.
Good rebound.
What were we just talking about?
Just being an artist and writing and just getting...
Oh yeah, getting the
scene.
shit.
Getting the shit out.
He would. Thank you guys. I'm a fucking such a stoner boner.
Stoner boner, yeah.
No, I want to hear
I believe
this.
that.
There's a lot of dick talk on this. No, but he described it as a sickness, something that almost that you have to do, that you're compelled to do, and because like right now I'm doing the same shit, but I'm like on my iPad, like making beats, I've never made these kind of beats. They're like electronic beats and shit. So, you just sort of move through phases, and
Yeah,
you get
I
it
mean-
down, and you have to.
I mean, it's just like, just something just sits inside your head for so long, and then you gotta do something with it. You
Yeah,
gotta
eats away
write
at
it.
you almost.
Yeah, it just claws away at the inside of your brain. You gotta, either write it,
Yeah.
just fuck around with it on the piano,
Sing it, like,
or
whatever it
just something just to, okay, it's being acknowledged,
Mhm.
and it's not just just a shoulda, coulda, woulda thought that just never happened.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's fucking. It's crazy.
I mean, it just seems like a lot of people are doing that right now too. I mean, there's like a lot of good writers here in San Diego, like
Yeah.
a lot of great writers. Like a good friend of mine, Matthew Smith, who's in this band called Juicebox. He's
Heard
doing
of
some
Juicebox.
they're doing pretty good right now too.
They're like a fusion type thing.
Well, I describe him as like being like kind of like a cross between like neo new soul.
Oh, okay,
kind of,
okay. So I was way up. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like
Then I don't know what I'm
they've
talking
got a
about.
really cool vibe, just like all instrumentals and just and people are just doing that kind of thing right now in San Diego, and that seems to be pretty cool.
Yeah, I did notice like kind of like a neo soul thing kind of floating
Yeah,
through town.
yeah.
Rebecca Jade.
yeah, she's
Who
been
is
she's been at it for a while.
Who
She's-
I would love to have.
She's sick,
cool.
man. She's real cool.
And
Yeah,
her she always has a good backing band.
Mhm, she's-
Kuntz has played for him.
yeah.
Played for, wait a second. I can't remember.
Kuntz played with her for a while, I think.
Brett did too. Lyle
Brett
Brother.
did. Yeah, I think Jacob Miranda did on bass for a while. Yeah.
Cancelleri.
Yeah, yeah.
Cancelleri's one of those cats.
Yeah,
right
exactly.
there.
Yeah, that dude,
Fucking
man.
Cancelleri.
Philly cat, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a
And
lot
now-
of that going down where you'll have a lead singer here in San Diego, but they kind of float their instrument players? Or is there one, they stay with one band?
I mean, there are some people here in San Diego that are committed to a certain group of people, and then other people like to keep a rotation going on. It just really depends on who you're doing with,
Do you think that holds you back as an artist?
I
Or do you
mean-
think that it gives you a one up because you're always messing with these different musicians?
Well, the way I feel about that is if you're working well enough in the scene and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing to get known out here and things like that, being in that kind of rotation is actually a good thing because I mean, you're not being entirely loyal to one person for a very specific amount of time. It gives other people a chance to get known and try their hands at whatever style of music it might be. Like I was fortunate enough to sit in with Surefire Soul Ensemble back in the beginning of April, and that was an experience. It really was.
Yeah. There's some hard hitters in that band.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Who are some of the players in that band?
Tim Felton, Jesse Odello. Jesus, I'm drawing blanks here right now, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I like. That's how me and Raina kind of had it going. We're still gonna do it because we're kind of still putting. We got a show at the end of the summer that we're putting together, just a pickup band. We got a drummer that I know, and it's just that's kind of Antar played with me a couple shows. Rob Kuntz did too, and
That was all cool stuff when we were doing that, man.
yeah, it was really cool, man. We just so yeah, it's tough. To me, I think it's kind of tough to hold together like a group of musicians who are like professionals because musicians are working, they're trying to make money, and when you can't really guarantee a paycheck at the end of each show, it kind of makes it hard because they got families. It's tough being an artist, man. The money and art, it's such a fucked up thing to have to like balance, but it's what you gotta do.
It's a balance that either makes or breaks you. I mean, because as much as you want to be making, the kind of money that the people that we see on TV and hear on radio are making, I mean, honestly, it's just a struggle just being an artist. Sometimes it's just what drives us, man.
It's true. I mean, sometimes being hungry is the way to be.
It's just our life. It's just
keeps
what
you
we're supposed to be
clawing.
doing.
Yeah. And I mean, and that's how you get these people who do get like a little success, and then they start getting lazy and fucking
Getting comfortable.
and all of a sudden, they start getting soft. And
Get a podcast.
get a podcast
with their band.
and just
band.
invest it all in one podcast.
Yep.
That ruled them
All
all.
these mic stands.
No, but on the other hand, you also get an awesome variety of music out of that, because I write all the music for the band for me and Raina, and she writes all the lyrics. So when I'll demo songs out where I'll just play the bass, I'll program the drums and everything, and then I'll send that out to musicians, and then they just learn it, and I'll send chord charts if they need it. What you get is like every time that you got a show or every time that you got a new group together, you're giving them something different. Even though there's like me and Raina who are gonna always be core, they still get like a variety. And so one song, the way I wrote it, and I'm not a stickler. I won't fucking sit there and be like, no, you gotta play it just like that, motherfucker. You gotta play the bass
Just like the sample.
motherfucker. You can watch out for my boner because it's coming right at you. And then you play the piano. But yeah, it's cool. You get variety, and people get to see different sides of you, and I get to see different sides of my band, of my music, and also, I've had different guitarists playing my guitar parts that made me change the guitar parts in the recording, and now it's like it just opens it up to a whole new thing, which I'm sure you find out because like you still do like Antar Martin shows and like you have your own. Well, you got like a trio, don't you?
Well, I mean, for a while I was doing this Eric Dolphy thing. I mean, I did 2 shows.
I wish I could have saw those, man. Children. No,
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
Or my kid.
I mean, well, it was an all Asian show, man. You could have came. You could brought
a
bitch.
baby.
Yeah.
I would never bring a baby into like a atmosphere like that.
Well, you didn't want to be there that night.
Well,
so,
yeah.
you
Well,
know.
what was the
Do you mind-
atmosphere? What
Well,
was the atmosphere
well,
like?
Well, I mean,
Well, not like that. Not
let's
because
just,
of that.
Well, let's just talk about my show that I had.
Yeah,
at
please.
the
I wanted
Loft
to
at
bring that up.
Yeah. I had a show in February at the Loft at UCSD, and we were doing the music of Eric Doffey. And we had a professor there at the show who decided that it was okay for him to just get drunk and just start interrupting the people playing a show and just making it really hard for people to enjoy the show. And the whole thing was caught on camera, and it's still on YouTube, and it has like 7,000 views.
Well, dude, there's like a whole Reddit page I just found
Yeah,
that just
there's-
went up. I actually fucking saved it because it's up to like 1,500 people are commenting on this shit like readily. Yeah, it's up to
Wow.
1,600 comments.
Jesus,
now.
I did not know that.
People are talking shit.
I mean, I haven't paid that much attention to it. I mean, it was honestly the thing that happened that night was really funny because the guy, he just didn't have to go there.
Right. Well, the professor was intoxicated.
He was intoxicated,
and
but
he was-
I even tried to just calm him
Right.
down myself. Cause
Yeah,
I was
and
like,
you were trying to
I was
play
like,
over him.
hey-
I saw
was
the
like,
video. It's
well, I
fucked
mean,
up.
before it was my turn to go, and he was already being belligerent.
Ah.
I mean, I was
Yeah,
like,
he was-
I had a chance to go up to him, and I was like, hey,
Oh.
look, sir, please, you're being really loud, and you're being disruptive, and we have an entire audience in this room.
Yeah, I've seen
and
the video.
everyone's
There's
trying
a
to
lot
see
of
this
people there.
show.
What was he
Yeah.
saying or doing?
Oh.
I mean, he had like I don't know how many bottles of beer, or I'm sorry,
It
wine.
doesn't even matter.
It does.
right?
It doesn't matter. The whole thing is
Look.
that everybody in that whole room, whether you're an artist or a listener or any audience, was disrespected by this one guy who was
Hecklers suck. Stop
who was
heckling.
representing
Oh,
the
so he was
school.
heckling.
Yeah.
But he was heckling a jazz show.
He was heckling a jazz show.
You know what
A
I'm
jazz
saying?
show.
Like where you're supposed to be
drummer-
quiet.
My
Yeah, when
drummer
you're
was in the
chilling.
middle of his solo, right? And he was really about to start getting into it. And then next thing you know, I hear this guy yelling across the room, "Hey, you! Yeah, you! You need to check yourself."
What? And
Yeah.
This is a professional.
So hold
Yeah,
on.
a
Let's
professor-
back up a
professor,
little.
professional.
But let's back up for a second.
Teaching ethnic studies
Oh
at
my goodness.
UCSD.
Obviously an
Yes,
alcoholic
this guy.
professional.
Yes.
And he was talking about what was it like? This is black music, and like you guys don't know where this even comes
Yeah,
from.
yeah.
He started bringing up fucking
these were
racist
his
shit.
exact words. Yeah. Play for the white people. Play for the white people. There's not enough black people in the audience to mug you if they wanted to, or something ridiculous
Yeah,
like that.
Which is
it was
which
awful.
Is fucked up.
It was
Why
like-
would you even bring that to
It
that
was like what?
setting?
It's like what are you talking about, man? No one is listening to you. Just shut the fuck up so we can do our thing, man.
Yeah, it was-
and stop disrespecting our audience and let us do what we, and let us do what we came here to do.
That. I wonder psychologically, like what's going on in his mind that made him just kind of have his little own riot.
Exactly,
You know what
like
I'm saying?
objectively
Like,
looking at like what would I mean, we don't know, and like what you gotta try to take into consideration, like maybe he had a bad day, and maybe he's fucking like he's upset
Hey,
about the current
I
state
think
of
it's
affairs.
something
and-
deeper.
Listen,
Yeah.
listen,
You know what I'm
You know,
saying?
like in-
but all
Sounds
those,
like
but
it.
the current state of affairs and the fact that he might have had a bad day before the show really doesn't have much to do with what's going on at the present.
Yeah, oh, I
I
agree.
mean, you got to put that aside and understand that you're not the only person in that room
And
anymore.
it's just music,
and it's
man.
just music, and
It's
nobody.
music.
It
Music's not
doesn't
black or white,
music.
motherfucker.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Music doesn't know color. It doesn't know boundaries or none of that stuff. It is. I mean, it's just as fluid as the air that we breathe.
I
And
like
there's
that.
no
Beautiful.
restraint there, and shouldn't be.
Yeah, I agree. Damn, that
No-
was beautiful.
no boundaries, no
That
boundaries.
gave me
Was he?
chills.
Can,
You
can
gonna
I
cry?
ask?
You gonna
Was he black or white?
He was black.
He was a black guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's, and
Hey, if you guys didn't see it,
Go Pacquiao.
you know what?
Yes,
I mean,
yes,
can I
Yeah.
can I
check the
comment
video.
on that?
I mean, you can
Please,
check the
please.
video. I mean, it's like
I don't
11
got
minutes
good
of video,
voice.
but
I seen
yeah,
that. I seen that one too. I just
Yeah.
want to get your take on it because you were actually there.
yeah,
You were playing?
yeah. I was playing.
Yeah,
that was my
his
show.
Eric
That was
Dolphy
my
tribute
show. Yeah,
And you're saying that he's pissed off that the people that
He-
were
he was
playing
pi-
didn't know the roots of the music.
we didn't know the rules of the music, and we were and my. And he was mad. He was mad that white people were there, and there weren't enough black people in the
But,
audience.
you know, they were there. You know, they brought themselves
you
there.
there,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they're the audience. Like they weren't forced. They weren't forced to attend that
mind?
show. They came there to listen to that music.
Exactly.
So it's like it doesn't matter if
Patience,
you're
how
black or
did
white,
you- how did
orange,
you-
yellow.
How did you take it? Patience is Antar's girlfriend, by the way, and she
Give her a
decided.
clap. Give her a clap.
Hey,
I'm
Patience.
He was pissed off because most of the audience was white, and he was like, "You don't even know what jazz is. You don't even know." And we're like, "Shut the fuck up and let us go on our business." It was fucking ridiculous. He studies black incarceration rates,
Oh.
and then turned
Prison-
into this
prison
big,
studies.
Don't touch me!
That's
Don't touch
tough,
me!
man.
Don't touch me! I can't breathe! I can't breathe! I can't breathe! Then the cop showed up, and he's like, "Oh man, I'm cool. I'm cool."
Yeah,
And he suddenly sobered up real fucking
well,
fast.
cops will sober you up. I mean, I've been in that
That's
same
true.
exact position where I'm making an ass of
Right.
myself, getting.
And when did this happen?
This happened on February 26th.
February 26th.
That's just the wrong
February
place to make your
26th.
political whatever statement,
your political
personal,
platform.
You know what I'm saying? Like
It's
people
not the
are trying
time
to
for
listen
that.
to great music, and for that to be your political platform is the most
Listen,
wrongest thing you can ever.
This motherfucker literally ate about 11 minutes off my show, man.
He did. It's
Yeah,
a
he
long
did.
video.
Terrible.
It's a long
11 minutes off my show, and we couldn't even finish the show.
Oh, God.
So he took 11 minutes off your show
my
in
brother.
February, and the video's still flying around.
Still
and
flying around.
And
Do you know what happened to the
so he
professor
was
after?
successful
Well,
at what he was
there was-
trying to do.
Well, he made a stink.
We looked up the arrest log for UCSC the next morning, and he actually did get arrested. He actually did spend like 8 hours in jail, I think it was, something like that. Yeah.
He's still teaching.
As far as I know, I mean, he hasn't been reprimanded, as far as we know.
He's off duty, I guess.
Y'all know his
Wait,
name.
you wanted to make a comment, right? I don't want to mention his name.
No,
He doesn't deserve that.
Yeah, you know what? I'm just like thinking about that behavior and you know what I'm saying, kind of where like black people and African Americans are at like with America and
Currently,
currently,
I mean,
you
look
know what I'm
at
saying?
look at Baltimore's on fire,
And that's what I'm
Ridiculous.
comparing it to, because like honestly, I you know what I'm saying, I'm don't know how to say this, but I'm actually happy that those dudes rioted. You know what I mean? And like stood up for what they believed in. It was like, this is all we got and we're going to stand up for it. So, and when I hear this guy ranting and raving, it's like, yeah, why would you do that? But maybe something is deeper going on with him and he's about to explode. Maybe he about to commit suicide or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
mean,
and that was an outlet to like, fuck it. I'm going to get some attention
but
right
there
now.
at
I would-
that venue right
I
now,
know,
I
but
don't
see,
think that was
listen,
the place.
I know.
Baltimore
Of
does-
course.
But
it
the
never
was the
comes
place.
out, right?
It's never the place. Yeah.
Frustration.
Yeah.
Frustration
The right
comes
shit.
out in
That's
the
you
worst
shouldn't
way.
have did that.
You know,
but-
there's other ways he could have dealt with that. There's,
Of course.
you know, even if we had held like an intermission, we
Dude,
could talk
he has
about
a
it for 2 or 3
platform
minutes.
to
Yeah, so
fucking-
he has
he has a
an
pulpit.
8
He's
to
a
5
teacher,
platform.
Yeah, he can
Monday
fucking
through
be spreading
Friday.
that shit.
Plus, he's got YouTube. Like he's
Yeah,
already on
all
right
the
now
white
voluntarily
kids and the fucking thing.
because he's a professor.
because he's a professor. He's
but
got.
but being a black guy in in that position, you still have fucking such constraint because you're under the watch. I mean,
Right,
You know,
exactly.
Absolutely.
I don't know what it's like to be black, and I'll never claim that.
Right.
But from what I understand,
I mean,
So-
it's just like
in
it's,
a position
yeah.
like that
I mean,
is
it's just like being human, man. It's just like being human.
well, behaving properly is being human.
Just
Fucking
consideration.
consideration.
Yeah.
But in any case, he was frustrated, and it was
Right.
the wrong way to do it.
Right.
Just but
But he probably
I-
felt it was the
objective-
best way to do it. Like,
yeah.
I'm just going to
Well,
get it all
You're
out
a couple
now.
of bottles of wine deep.
I mean,
you know,
gosh.
like,
Right.
Some speak
I was
to
gonna
you.
say alcohol
Oh
has,
yeah.
has
It's
a
an
pretty
amazing drug.
big influence more than people
For
want
sure.
Right.
to admit to.
Especially
Come on,
when
babe.
you want to, like, when you have a plan to
have a
do
seat,
something.
have a
and-
seat.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
then it just multiplies.
But he
Exactly.
got real coherent and real sober
When the cops came.
when the cops showed up.
Oh, absolutely.
And
But
he
that's
was
a-
not slurring his speech prior to that because I had talked to him because he'd pissed me off. And then he was all like, oh, yeah, we're cool. And he had some French man with him and they were all drinking. But once everybody showed up and he saw the camera, he was like, oh, I'm cool. Prior to that, I'm a professor here. I'm a professor.
So he probably didn't think cameras were on.
yeah,
at
he
the
didn't.
time.
Somebody
Well,
was
he wasn't
recording the
thinking.
show anyway and just
Right.
was like, oh, shit.
Well, now it's gonna live on forever.
Forever.
In the internet.
And-
world.
Well, I mean, he is a
Internet
professor,
never
so
dies.
even under the influence, he probably can
Forever.
straighten his words out pretty good.
Yeah.
He's an idiot for going to his place of employment and acting like a fool at a
Indeed.
venue.
Yes, I agree. I
If I
agree.
went to his class and did something like that, or anybody did,
Gone.
Yeah.
It might be even a different. It might even be a bigger thing because it might be something that because of your color, because you're white. Patience is white, everyone. Just to let you know,
You have a
people
video
listening.
here.
Yeah, but people are gonna be listening too.
Oh, okay.
But I'm sorry. I
But it would be a
forgot
different issue then too,
right
of
because you
the
were
direction
saying
that would be
something.
going.
See, and which, whatever. I mean, you probably would have deserved a little more attention, but I don't know, man. It was the wrong place, wrong time. But
Bottom
I
line.
like Cass's objective look at it because you kind of gotta look at it objectively. He's fucking upset, and there's no excuse.
Who knows?
There's no excuse for this shit, people. Hecklers, there's no fucking excuse. No one
nowhere.
wants
And
to
he
hear
only
Nowhere.
heckled, right? He didn't like throw no bottles at anybody.
No,
I
but
mean,
he
there was
was-
broken glass
But
on the
he
floor
stopped
there.
the show.
Oh.
He stopped.
He-
And
he literally
had
stopped
to
the
get
show.
Restrained by the security because he would not leave. But Antar was like, "Will you please leave?"
Stop
Will
the
you
show
please leave?
for 11 minutes. Like, you don't gain that kind of courage unless you really want to get something
Right.
across. You know
I
what
mean-
I'm saying? Like, you just, like, don't
And you're a
conjure
teacher
that up.
at that school.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, why would
Like, you should know a lot better than
and-
that.
and-
Yeah, so
people-
that's why I think something else was going on.
And people,
snapped.
people theorize that he might have done it intentionally to get himself thrown in jail on purpose.
Oh, just sort of like a
like
protest
a
thing.
protest sort of
I don't
thing.
really know what his motives might have been, but it's contrary to everything that should have been happening tonight.
Right? He's like, look, man, I was on stage.
For real.
Yo, we was grooving, and this
Yeah.
muff came in.
Exactly. Yes.
How long were you guys playing before those antics?
Well,
started?
I mean, the thing is, I got there like at 6:00 that evening to start setting up and to get things together and just make sure everything was in line. And from that time, he had just started drinking. So I mean, by the time
must have
that
been
thing
drunk.
happened in the show, 3 hours had passed since I initially saw him. So I've known him been drinking for at least 3 hours that night.
But
So he
they
nodded.
had just started. They had an opener, and he was being rude and disrespectful during that opener.
yeah,
and
that's
that's when
right.
Antar
Oh,
said,
okay.
"Hey, guy, can you please calm down? If you can't be quiet, will you please leave?" And then they got on stage. They broke down the opener. They got on, and then as soon as the drummer started and he started
So
running
you
his
didn't
mouth,
even get.
So
to
it
fuck-
wasn't even like a
You
one-off
didn't
thing.
get
Like
your
he
dick
it was
wet. That's
continuous.
fucked up.
Like he just I mean literally he brought the show to a grinding halt.
Yeah,
I
and
mean
it
he was that disruptive, literally.
That's a bullshit, man. I am not into that.
That's horrible.
No.
That's
No.
horrible.
Say his name.
Instead
yo.
of grinding
Say his
call.
name.
I don't know it. I don't know.
His I mean
Honestly,
it's
it's
on
not what it's
YouTube.
like.
His name is Dennis Childs,
Dang,
man.
okay, there it is.
Teacher of Prisoner Studies, UCSD.
Hey, man, you act like a
That's
jackass, you're gonna get talked about. But
Fucker.
just know that me and Cass are objective observers.
You know,
and
I try to get a benefit of
we
the
gotta
doubt.
know. We would like to
Hey, go
hear
Manny
your side.
Pacquiao, yo. Both you motherfuckers.
I wanted to bring this up because I love that you did this. Fucking Mantar fucking has nipple
Yes.
barbells, which are amazing.
Well,
and
wait, how do we go from a straight political thing to like
Because,
nipple
I
ring?
mean,
oh, he's
look,
setting up.
what-
Oh, he's
what else
setting
do you
up
have
the
to
show.
say?
It's workout boner.
Hey, man.
What-
Yeah.
what
And
else
then
do you-
was
how,
it
how,
music
how,
boner?
how much more dynamic?
No.
How much more dynamic could our night be?
Podcast
Okay,
boner.
Sure, how much
I'm
more?
gonna step
was
away
there?
from the mic so I can get a good view.
I'm understanding
I mean,
the pattern here.
I'm sorry
know.
about this.
No,
Yeah,
it's
sorry
okay.
about this
Whatever,
mic
whatever,
stand
whatever.
thing. Anyway,
So yes, I did have my nipples pierced.
Do you feel
and-
liberated?
Yeah,
wanna
I
know.
feel very liberated.
Oh, no longer?
I feel very liberated because of that. It
Now-
was not a bad
Now,
experience
was
at
it
all.
something that was championed by your girlfriend?
Well, what do I mean by champion?
Champion.
I mean, like she was
Champion
all for
boost
it.
that all
I
right.
mean, she had no oppositions to it. No.
Did you just show up one day and like,
Well, I mean, I've been
Hey,
talking
baby.
about it with her for a while.
Did you go together or did you surprise her?
She knew I was gonna do it,
Uh-huh.
and I've been saying for by the point a couple months, I think I'm ready to do this, babe. And she's like, that might hurt. I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm looking forward to it. So then, yeah, here it is.
Yeah, let's see it.
oh, you got some barbs in there too.
Love it, love it.
Look nice, man. I like
Thank you,
those.
thank you,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, like
Pretty.
Pretty
Do you have
manly.
different sensation? Just they're barbed up now.
Pretty
I
manly.
mean, they're just there. I mean, whatever.
Are they all healed up?
No, I think it takes like 5 months to heal or something like that. I mean, it's. I mean, honestly, it's really not that bad. After you initially get pierced, the pain subsides significantly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So So are they tender at all, or do they?
I mean, sometimes it gets sore, sometimes you don't feel a thing. I mean,
Do you think that you'll get feeling back there again after a while? Cause
I mean,
like,
I still have feeling there. It's just that like have metals going through my
right. No,
nipples now.
I just because sometimes women talk about when they get nipple piercing or if they have implants or something. Sometimes they lose sensation in their nips.
Well,
So I didn't know if maybe that's
Patients can let us know.
is it sensational?
well,
Oh yeah.
to my understanding, women's nipples don't really get affected by the piercing as negatively as much as they think they would.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you can
so maybe
still,
I'm just spreading misinformation.
Probably so.
probably so. I mean,
You
you
got some extra.
Yeah.
can still breastfeed women. Go ahead and get them
cushion
pierced
up
if you
there.
want
Yeah,
to.
Oh, really? You can
Yeah.
breastfeed?
You can breastfeed. Yes.
Oh, what?
Well, so you have steel right there, right? Because like when someone gets like a rod in their knee and they're like, "Yo, it's about to rain," like some country shit. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like I can feel the electricity. Do you know when it's gonna rain?
No, I don't. I mean, I can usually smell the rain before that has happened.
Okay, all right. Well, I had to ask. I mean,
Yeah.
it's still in your body,
Oh man, it's about to be a thunderstorm,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I'm getting a little
About to rain at 3
magnetic
p.m. today. My nipples.
I'll
telling
become
me.
the perfect conductor.
stimulation.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love it. I love
Would you put a chain between the two?
No,
Oh, not even for patients?
no,
No chain?
No.
All right.
That inappropriate.
I'm sorry.
That was inappropriate.
And now the news with Mike Bird.
I thought this was interesting. Ben Affleck. I don't know. It's Ben Affleck.
That's when I took a break when you said Ben
Okay.
Affleck.
Yeah, you're like, oh,
You said
God,
Ben
Ben
Affleck.
Affleck.
Okay, what about this dude? What
Let me
about this
just read
dude?
this.
Big
This
break.
is off the dailymail.com. We'll just launch right into it. Ben Affleck is apologizing after it came to light that the Academy Award-winning actor and director asked that information be withheld from a PBS show about his family history. After appearing on Finding Your Roots and learning one of his ancestors was a slave owner, Affleck pushed the network to leave that information out of the program. It was first revealed by DailyMail.com. Okay, thank you, Daily Mail, for giving me a shout out. The enabled Affleck to hide the identity of his. This enabled Affleck to hide the identity of his ancestor, named today the son as James McGuire. Today, the actor apologized for asking producers to leave out the name in a post on Facebook. So I'll just read the post and then we'll get to the discussion. After an this is the quote, Ben Affleck on Facebook. After an exhaustive search of my ancestry for Finding Your Roots, it was discovered that one of my distant relatives was an owner of slaves. I didn't want any television show about my family to include a guy who owned slaves. I was embarrassed. The very thought left a bad taste in my mouth. So,
That sounds like a lazy Ben Affleck answer.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's lazy.
Well, Matt Damon didn't write it.
Well, I
Well-
mean, do you think he should have apologized?
Well, the thing is, I mean, he didn't partake in slavery or the ownership
Sure.
of slaves. So, I mean, it's not on him. I mean,
And so, like, why do you think that he would fucking push to get that taken out? Like, that just seems...
that's just so. I mean, he's just so far unrelated, or just so far removed from all that stuff that it shouldn't even affect him anymore.
Yeah,
Or ever, for the
he's
matter.
He's such a far left guy too, because fucking, I don't know. He's like the perfect case of like those too extreme people. Because there's like
Mhm.
too extreme to the left. To the right, which is those crazy conservatives, and then there's too far to the left, which is like liberals who are just tolerant of everything, even if it's enabling oppression. For example, he was on Bill Maher talking about Bill Maher was bringing up Islam, and all he was trying to say was like there's oppressive points to Islam, which I mean you look at Saudi Arabia, women can't drive, can't go anywhere. And Ben Affleck was just like, you're a racist and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, no, look, we're not against Islam. We're all good. We're liberals. We're accepted and tolerant. But we're also, as liberals, fucking, we're setting a standard. It's like no one should be oppressed. I mean, people should, like women in healthcare in America is dictated by religion or religious ideals. You know, abortions, fucking, contraception. Fuck it, I don't know. I feel like he's such a hardcore liberal that he's creating. I don't know. It creates a fucking a dissonance. Because how can you ignore these like fundamental facts of a religion just because you're trying to stick to this ideal of tolerance?
You think his celebrity plays, right?
Right, I get that, and I get that he's in the public spotlight, but I guess that's what I wanted to say about it. And I'm sorry, I know I opened up the table, but like, what's your guys' opinion? I mean, do you think?
Well, you don't think the media would have just taken that and just blown it way out of proportion?
Well, that's
Like,
what's happening
took exactly
here.
What?
Well, that's what's happening here. and
But my question
perpetuating
to
that.
but my question to me is why? I mean, it doesn't even. I mean, that has nothing to do with him now. It never has.
Right. So you don't think he should apologize?
No, not if he didn't have anything to do with it.
Right, and it almost like Raina was saying.
I think he should apologize. I think he should apologize for his family. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? I'm sorry my brother was an asshole. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, only because it becomes history. You know what I'm saying? So it becomes a thing that's always brought up. So, like, with anything, when you learn how to do something and then you look back on it and like, damn, that was messed up. Shouldn't have did that. Should at least apologize for that, and then, you know, move on and learn from those mistakes and become better as whatever culture or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I think he should own up to that. You know what I'm saying? He shouldn't try to hide it. You know what I mean? Because he's
But on
already
behalf
been
of his
asshole.
Dead.
You know
you
what
know,
I'm saying?
like on behalf of his ancestors, though, that he had no control of.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
that's what I mean by he was so far removed from it.
not apologize, but say, hey, that was messed up.
I would say
Like,
to recognize, yes,
I-
definitely, but
you
to
know, if I
apologize in a
found-
way where it's directly towards you,
right. But if I found out
right?
that my great grandfather was a murderer or something, and you know what I'm saying, like, and that affected some people that I knew indirectly, some kind of way, you know what I'm saying, I would be like, damn.
I would never say sorry for my grandfather or my great grandfather. I would say, well, that guy was a piece of shit.
Right, sure.
But
sure.
sorry would never come out of my mouth because
No
you
need
know,
to
it wasn't
apologize because you
directly-
didn't do it. Yeah.
Right, exactly. You know,
But he wasn't apologizing for
Yeah, what was his
ancestors.
verbiage?
He was apologizing for trying to
can we hear it
suppress
again?
the information, right?
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
right.
let me
But
hear that again.
he wanted the show to exclude that whole part where it's like, you know, there was a slave owner in the family. I'll read it again. The quote from Ben Affleck. Off
Yeah, he should apologize.
I love that.
Go Pacquiao.
You know what? And I think
Look, I'm sorry about my brother.
I think he was for reparations too. I mean, like, which, you know, I'm not for or against. Like, it doesn't really affect me like
Yay.
that. So. but you know, I agree. I agree with these guys. I don't think he should apologize. That seems a little much.
Get us,
Also,
get us ahead.
you know what? You know what Raina was saying? She was like, to me, and Raina is my wife, and she's a black girl. My wife. She's so fine.
Beautiful.
Yeah, she is.
Hey, Raina.
She was. I'm sorry. I just started sweating. here.
Boner sweat.
Boner!
Sweat.
Now, okay, if you got the boner now, then that's normal.
appropriate.
I
That's
know.
normal. That other stuff,
Well,
Not normal.
the point she was making was like, to me, that almost signals something is racist within him. Like he has some kind of like weird racist shit inside of them. And like she couldn't really expound on it, but like I kind of see that, you know, like maybe like, I mean, white guilt, you know, like I go by Mexican, but I know I'm perceived as white, and fucking I don't carry around white guilt. I'm not gonna I wouldn't apologize if like my Dutch people would it, but I don't know. What do you think? Do you think that maybe there's something that is racist on that, or maybe you could pull something out of that?
I think
or-
he's just trying to play the PC game.
yeah,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
trying to
fucking
maintain an
celebrity,
image.
man.
Yeah.
Like he's
Absolutely.
trying to maintain his image.
And who makes that choice? Is it really him?
That's the media, right?
Yeah.
That puts it all out there to.
Right.
Well, no, but he's got a publicist, a manager.
Right, exactly. There's a lot of people that come into play until it gets to him.
Yeah, but ultimately
He's a fucking piece of shit, motherfucker.
he's racist.
Nah.
Ben Affleck,
Love you,
you're a racist
Ben Affleck.
man.
Fucking Batman.
Well,
You
no,
can't hate Batman.
Oh,
That's the man. Right
the
there.
thing
First
is,
Superman.
for me, you know what, like being American, like we are all racist. even when we fight it, like we all fight it, you know what I'm saying? There's something racist
Yeah, there's always
in us,
a prejudice.
in us all. Like it's everybody's history. You know what I'm saying? And I think, you know what I mean, once people accept that and be able to talk about that and you know, move forward from that, you know what I'm saying? I think
I definitely agree when you say talk about it. To
Right.
openly talk about it in an open forum without anyone getting offended.
right,
I think
right.
that's a step
exactly.
forward.
Yeah, totally. It has to, something has to break where
Yeah, and I think
it can be comfortable around and
But-
you can
but
just
how
be
do you
comfortable
know
around everybody.
when it's open enough to talk to a person like that, to bring up those racial subjects.
What, like, I feel it now, so you know
Well,
what I'm
now,
saying?
but if you and I were to meet on the street
Right.
without ever meeting
Yeah.
before, then how would you feel about that if I
I-
just came up to you and I was like, "Dan, did you hear that shit about Ben Affleck and his a slave owner?
Right,
his
right.
Family tree." You'd be like,
I
"Who
mean-
the fuck is this white guy?"
Yeah.
That's
We
true.
talk
Yeah,
about
for
Ben
real. In that
Affleck.
circumstance.
Yeah, right.
But I think, yeah, you
Like,
gotta gauge
your
that.
morning
You
coffee?
you gotta gauge that. You know what I'm saying? Like I have conversations with selected people, and I just don't like, you know, put out my every thought or personal thoughts to everybody. You select those people. So
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
trying to say is you gotta like gauge if you can select them or not. You know what I'm
But
saying?
that's with
So-
every kind of uncomfortable topic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
not
That's true.
just race.
race.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
are you
I-
going to talk about your boner to me on the street?
Well,
Are you
obviously,
hit you?
obviously he's comfortable with that.
You have
Like
done
he's
that
comfortable
before.
with the Ben
Answer your
Affleck
phone.
conversation
Talk about Ben Affleck's bonus.
to the stranger.
The stranger. Yeah.
9-incher. It's a 9-incher.
All night. No, I brought this up because I just feel like sometimes people on the left can just take it to an extreme where we are, where they will ignore some of the simple facts just to stay face. You know, like just to say like, look at me. I'm a tolerant person. I'm fucking like I'm the white knight. And you got these like social justice warriors who are like, you know, it's mostly white dudes who are fucking trying to like earn brownie points. And I'm not speaking for all of them. And you know, I think that's important. But I mean, it's all from a good place. I think, you know, I think that tolerance and race relations and people going out and you know speaking about it, it's coming from a good place because we're trying to change a fundamental disease, you know, because like the way that shit is stacked against ethnicities, women, especially in this country. I mean, look at where we're at, you know, look at Baltimore's on fire, fucking kids, the little kids are just getting shot in the back. What the fuck is that shit, you know? So I think it's coming from a good place because we are trying to change it, but we can't ignore these fundamental facts that some of these like religions can fucking be oppressive. It's, you know, that's just an example of how people can go a little too far of not acknowledging that, yeah, fucking we need to be tolerant and we need to be accepting, but we also need to see shit for what it is. And, you know, that's why when I see shit in Baltimore, it's like I don't personally think that people should be destroying their own communities, but I understand and I look at it objectively because I see that these are people who are hurting and they're poor and they don't feel like they have a fucking choice. And then you got some asshole who's fucking just, you know, it's
And that's what we got to do. We have to close the poverty gap. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because the people down here are acting all crazy, and just as this crazy stuff that is going on, and all the stuff that has been going on for the past couple years. At the same time, yeah, we have a first black president. Now we're about to have a lady
Female
president. You know what I'm saying?
which is from these discussions, which is from people, you know, being
Right.
like, hey, this is bullshit.
Right,
But
right.
We're also still fighting this old paradigm.
Right,
this old
right.
Fucking this old rule that fucking is still kind of sneaking in. Because I think most people, no matter what their ethnicity is, I mean, you know, I know white people don't always feel comfortable talking about race with, you know, black people or any ethnicity, but I think having an objective look at it and making sure you see it, and even seeing it on like fucking cop's side of the story. I mean, yes, this one cop fucking made an awful mistake, but it doesn't mean that all those cops are at fault for that either. And like being a cop is not an easy job. You're
Not
out
at
there,
all.
you don't know what the fuck's coming at you at all times. So I think objectivity is important here. Just and I think that's what's going to open up the dialogue, is just trying to understand where people are coming from, and knowing that you're never going to be able to fully understand that experience, but try, and I think there's a lot of resistance to that trying.
You know what I think? And I have a 5-year-old son, and I think that, you know what I'm saying, when everybody's born, they're as innocent and as beautiful as that little baby, you know what I'm saying? And what they become as an adult, like, whatever that influence was, it was a bad influence, and that should be
corrupted by their environment.
that
right?
should be addressed. You know what I'm saying? Like, that should be addressed in the future, so that people don't grow up this way. You know
Absolutely.
what I'm
And
saying?
I think
So
by closing like that poverty gap,
exactly,
you're going to be able to put people in a position where they're going to be able to spend more time with their child. They're not trying to find somebody to take care of their baby, because a lot of times in these impoverished places, the father might not be present, or fucking whatever circumstance it is. It's like, what really matters is that time spent with that child,
Absolutely.
and the time put in is going to be the result.
right.
And I think that's what's happening a lot. A lot of times these kids just get shoved to the side. You're in a poor home. I mean, I grew up poor as fuck. I've lived in the hoods a lot. So I've seen like shitty things happen, and I've heard gunshots, and fucking I've been called a spick. But I've never been
Pretty rough right
to
there.
but I've never been. I mean, it's not. But I'm not trying to say like, look at me. I got street cred or anything. I'm just saying, these are things that I've experienced, but these are things that I also don't let dictate my life.
Sure.
Right.
And
sure.
like, it's something.
So is that the
But
line?
it's hard. But it's hard when you're just so embedded in that. And like, I had a way out because my parents moved to the suburbs, and my parents had no intentions in staying in the hood.
Dude, but imagine if you did stay in the hood.
Exactly. Imagine what would become of that.
Well, imagine what your mind state would be right
Exactly.
now. It probably
And
would have
that's
been
the whole
this.
thing. People are embedded in this. Because I've had many lives as a kid. I lived in the country. I lived in the city. I lived in the hood. I lived in the burbs. So I have this like broad spectrum of understanding. And it's led to my objective thinking. And that's how I could go and be like, let's think about that professor at UCSD. It's like, that dude might have had a bad day. The environment for African Americans in this country is fucking, it's on fire right now. Shit's going crazy. So, just objectivity, man, and just like fundamental problems in disproportionate distribution of wealth and
Yeah.
the dreaded 1%.
Yeah.
But, that has a lot to do with it. And I don't have solutions directly. I mean, I don't know. What would you say? I mean, what would you guys say? Sorry, we've just been talking.
I mean,
No, I'm
solutions.
listening. I'm taking it in.
Yeah,
It's a big conversation.
I don't know. I'm not. I play music and I have a podcast.
I think it's just
somewhere.
time. It's time.
It's
Like,
time.
I think this
all this
generation
Exactly.
before us,
Yeah.
Exactly.
This
We
generation
learn the
before
solutions
us
as we
is,
go. Yeah.
Right.
So
And
Yeah,
especially
they're more
this
tolerant.
right?
Well, they're gonna.
Yeah.
And it's just gonna keep getting better.
Yeah.
And
Well,
better,
yeah.
right? And eventually it's just gonna be a mixed race, anyways. Everybody's gonna be one.
Well, it
one
sucks
color,
because this
dude.
generation before us, they're not really. I'm not saying everyone in the generation before us or after us. I'm sorry. Has this.
Gonna be
They're
a
mixing
whole
as far
shade
as
of
like
colors,
other
but it's
cultures,
gonna
like
be
the
closer
skaters
together.
are black and
but
white
it's still
now,
going to be
Asian.
different.
I
So
mean, back in my
many-
day, skaters were
This
only
shade,
white,
that
or
shade,
we only
that
seen them
shade.
as
You know what I'm saying?
white.
But a whole
You know,
bunch
and
of
rockers
videos
were
that,
only
like-
white. Hip hoppers were only
Sorry,
black.
sorry.
Asian kids were only math geeks. You know what I'm saying? But the generation, I think the generation after the generation that exists now are going to be the most objective generation
Yeah.
as far as maybe since this country has ever seen.
Well,
Yeah, that's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
But when
Because-
you blend these subcultures together and they're more accepting nowadays,
Mhm.
I think that's where it starts at. I mean,
Yeah,
they're not gonna.
totally.
They're definitely not gonna start as a political realm. You know, they might just start as punk rockers or hip hoppers.
Well, no, Nick, you're seeing that now. It's like you're seeing like.
That's why they killed Tupac.
One man killed Tupac. David Shook Knight.
But
You know.
you see that more and more. I mean, like, I had never seen a black kid skating before I
Me
moved
either.
out here.
Me either.
And like when I saw it, I was just sort of shocked because where I'm from,
We don't see that.
We don't see that.
And actually, that's frowned upon if you're black on the skateboard in Toledo.
Yeah, that's kind of
for real.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
And it's sad. I mean, just to cut to the point, just say no to ignorance.
exactly, ignorance at any level.
yeah.
Well, I think the generation after is a lot more tolerable of people to come in, into their little space.
Yeah, I mean this is like what we're experiencing right now is like a shift because this internet thing, the spread of information, we're taking our next step into evolution, as a humans. And and I think the internet is core to it because the spread of information. I mean, kids are able to know. We'll learn Final Cut from a 12-year-old. Oh no,
Yeah,
we
right,
will learn
yeah.
Final Cut from a 12-year-old or an 8-year-old, which is a complicated fucking video editing software. But these kids fucking know. I thought it was beautiful. I went to this thing. My friend Neanda Speaks. Has anybody ever heard of Neanda? Awesome poet. He did this thing called the Nigga Project, and
Niggas.
and it's a really interesting thing where he would just show this film and then he would open up the room for discussion. And when we went to it, it was me, my sister, who looks way more Mexican than me, and my
Agreed.
white friend,
Joe?
and my wife.
This guy right here.
And like literally it was my niece. So my niece saw it and she didn't know what she was like. She asked her mom. She's leaned over and she looks like a little white girl. I mean, she is a white girl, but I mean she's a little Mexican. So I like to call her Mexican. But she leaned over and she's like what's nigga? And she was like, what's the N-word? Because, people were throwing around the N-word and nigga and like stuff like that. And, she didn't even know what that meant. And
How old was she?
She's only 8 or 9.
8 or 9,
And she
wow.
is embedded in a community that's a very
Right.
mixed community. Because in Toledo, there's a lot of black people.
Yeah.
It's black people and white people and Mexicans and maybe some Asians, but maybe.
Oh, Pacquiao.
Pacquiao.
It's a few.
But it's mainly black and white. So I mean, you are bound to be in a mixed situation, and she is, and she has all this whole, and I just thought that was really beautiful, and and I think that is kind of a sign of what's to come. It's like, I think she should know what it means, and I think that it should be put it in the right connotation. But I also think that it needs to lose its venom, and I think the only way we're talking about it is talking about it.
Interesting.
I don't know, but-
lose its venom.
Well,
I
But
like
I
that.
don't think it is
By 8
anytime
years old,
soon.
if she didn't know what that word was, by 8 years old, I knew what the fuck that word
Oh
was.
yeah,
But I tell you
absolutely.
what,
I
Yeah.
knew it was wrong for me to say
Right.
that shit. I knew it was
Yeah.
wrong to say it another way too. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So for her generation or her that little community that she lives in, and I'm sure her friends are the same because she comes from the same place,
Right.
or they come from the same place as her. For them to, for her to not know that word and like kind of question that I've never heard that before, I think is a great sign.
Me
Yeah,
too.
man.
I thought it was beautiful, and then it kind of got ugly after that because my sister brought that up, and there was a couple who had their daughter. It was a black couple and her daughter, and my sister was like telling what I just told you. Like my daughter just said that to me. She was like, I actually want to know what this little girl's take is. And the parents got super offended, and it turned into like, it really turned into almost like we don't need anybody but our community, which I understand that, objectively seeing that, I understand that fucking community is everything because outside of that, you're not really protected. I mean, that's where you find safety in any ethnicity. Like Asians come over here and they'll kind of conglomerate.
But isn't it still segregation then? If all those cultures are still staying together,
Well, then
It's
that's a
not
whole
really
nother
community.
that's-
If everybody's not blended
Well,
together.
what I'm trying to get to, the point is that it kind of turned into it felt like they were like kind of saying you're not welcome. They were saying it's like we don't need any white people to help us. We don't need. And to me, I didn't say anything because I just felt I was put on the spot and I didn't want to sound stupid. And my sister kind of took a beating. I mean, not literally, but like verbally, and to me, it kind of turned into something where you're putting up barriers. You're trying to break down barriers, but by putting up new barriers.
Right.
By what I mean is, like, I think that everybody needs to be involved, because you know what I mean. Like, white people need to be involved, Mexicans need to be involved. People need to be fucking intermingling and knowing and seeing how fucking this shit works. You know?
I think they should just be open to discussion at least.
But I also understand the importance and value of a community because fucking, the history has shown what they, how people get treated and how people get cornered. And so I understand that from a historical standpoint, they're seeing it now and they're in it. And they're just sort of like, well, fuck these guys. They're not going to help us. So we don't need you because we're going to try to build ourselves up. And I get that. And I probably have it all wrong. And I hope I don't sound like an asshole. But, I mean, I'd love to get opinions here.
Yeah, you sound like an asshole.
Yeah.
Do I?
I like when you sound like an asshole.
No, but I mean, like, do you see what I'm saying? Like,
No,
by putting
definitely.
up trying to break barriers by putting up more. I see that's kind of antithetical to equality.
Well, it
What?
sounded like a pride thing too, the way you're describing it. Like we don't need people's help. Like maybe the way that she presented it was misunderstood.
Well, they were upset at her. It started because she directed a question towards the little girl, and they were like, "If you have a question, you don't ask my little girl, you ask us." Fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
Parents
right.
Parents have final say, and if they don't want her involved in that discussion with my sister, that's fine. But don't bring your kid to the discussion if you don't want them to have a real discussion. That's my view. But again, I'm trying to
Listen,
be.
if
I
your
agree.
kid is in a public place where somebody can ask him a question, like
In a public forum like
yeah,
that.
you're not
It's
gonna,
not like
you're not
they're at a
controlling me.
Baskin-Robbins or
I don't have to
anything,
ask you
know?
to ask your daughter. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You brought her to this
That's what
place
I'm
in a
saying.
public.
And that's where it got bitter. And
You know
then,
what I'm saying?
and even the room was like it was me, the light skins, and then it was fucking
Okay.
everyone
Yeah.
else
That's
on
that-
the other side of the room.
I
Right.
disagree with that because a lot of parents are very touchy about
Yeah.
when they're going to bring sex into the child's
Yeah, sure.
knowledge of
Yeah,
awareness
yeah,
or
of course.
whatever, and you're not going to come up to somebody's kid and start bringing things like that
Well,
Up to
so
them.
they were talking about sex. I thought.
No,
No,
I'm
she was
saying
the
like
example,
just
like-
I'm
like-
saying
That
like there's other
conversation-
issues,
Yeah.
but no, I
Yeah.
think that's similar. I think like saying strong words like that,
Right.
even just swear words in general to young
But I think
children is
it-
the parent's decision.
Like you were saying, it was that
Yeah.
type of forum to bring it up at.
Right, and they
weren't
did
at,
bring their.
They weren't at
daughter.
the fucking In and Out, or they weren't at a car wash.
So yeah, what
You
did
know
they
what I'm
ask?
saying?
the
It
daughter?
seemed-
It
it
was
seemed
a
place
forum just to
appropriate.
recap there.
Yeah.
Because my niece, because she didn't understand. She was asking what is
Yeah.
nigga, what is the N word. She was saying she was asking the daughter her opinion on that word and
right.
where she is with it, because I guarantee it's probably a different situation with her than it is my light-skinned Mexican niece, and so I get it. Again, objective
Gotcha.
observer. I'm not trying to fucking, I'm not trying to play it safe either, but I can see both sides. It's fucking,
Yeah,
it's completely reasonable. And the subject matter is, it's touchy.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I think they were both in the right. I mean, for them to be
Right.
objective in that way, to
Right.
be like, you don't tell my daughter anything,
Right.
and for them to come in another objective way where, well, I want an open discussion about it. They come from a different background, and they come
course.
from a different background.
Of course.
But it sucks, as a whole. Ultimately, it sucks because we can't discuss it. Because there's
Exactly.
there's not gonna be a habitat for us to discuss these type
when
of
you
Right,
put up
right.
barriers.
right. Exactly.
Because that's what happened, and I feel like it's just out of,
But
habit.
what I don't
because like you have to have your guard up. If you're any color other than white, you have to have your guard up. I mean, there's just no.
But knowing that the subject is that touchy, why'd she go to the kid first? Like when you go to an adult,
but the
But
kid
that's
was
what they were
asking,
saying.
right?
No. It was my sister asking. She was directing a question. She was like, "I would like to ask this little girl her opinion about this," and they intervened.
Oh,
Well,
so
I
she
know, but-
asked at first then.
She was like, yeah, she was almost. It
She
almost
gave
seemed
them
like
that
she was
respect.
asking. It almost
Yeah.
seemed like she was asking the room to ask
okay.
because she was like,
Right.
I want, because she was like, my daughter.
Because my
just blah,
question
blah, blah.
came from my little girl.
And she's
Got
like,
it.
Right.
I'm curious because I don't know these things because she lives a different life than they do, and that's what she was trying to do is understand
Okay.
and be objective.
So it was an open
and I
thing
think
to.
that it was, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
this was an open forum. Neanda, he kind of mediates, but not very much. He kind of does what I do, is like redirect it or direct it to a point. And it was in the early stages of it, so I felt like he kind of lost the room. No disrespect, Neanda. Fucking, you're awesome, and I love your work. He
I mean,
does
the
great
people
work.
dictated after a while.
Exactly,
Yeah.
but that's what happened. It was an open forum, and here, so that was just my experience with that, and I forgot why we brought that up, but
Well,
change the
email
world,
list.
man.
Let's hear what people have to say on the email list.
on the email list, I don't. There was no responses yet off the live feed.
Well, maybe next time.
You ain't got no.
Anyways, did anybody want to add anything to that, or?
Yeah, I think we drew that one out.
But it's a hot
pretty drawn out.
subject.
It
man.
is. Oh, I
Ty?
agree.
Yeah,
But, yeah,
you
but
can
I-
go on that one all
Hands
night.
You could
but
go forever,
Yeah,
right?
Bundy? Hey, hands
Yeah,
in,
I'm
hands
going
in.
in.
All right.
Bundy?
Yeah.
Hey, Jesse, get in here. Yeah, Preston, get in here.
That's
Yeah.
one color right
All
there.
right, all right.
Uh-huh.
One.
Whoa, Bundy.
Can we get a button too?
Oh yeah.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Whoa, Bundy.
We're gonna switch gears, and Antar Martin here is gonna play us an original composition. Oh! So stay tuned, and here we go. As promised, we got Antar Martin. What's the name of this piece, my man?
Well, yes, actually. Doing the San Francisco hat.
Well, yes, actually, by Antar Martin. Take it away, baby.
It's actually called actually.
Thank you. Antar, that was amazing. Thank you so much.
Love saying that, Bruce. That was great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think Antar was saying as we were coming back to the table, Cass was. Go ahead. Yeah, what were you saying? You were saying.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
What was I saying?
You were saying you couldn't catch the beat, or like you were saying.
Oh yeah, I mean it wasn't your
Spin it, man.
traditional. You know what I'm saying? What I'm used to hearing as far as you know what I'm saying? The click.
Right. Well, you're
That-
from a hip hop background
Yeah,
where
you
you
know
have a
what I'm
lot
saying?
4/4,
Yeah.
fucking 5 and 13 on your drum machine.
Yeah, it was kind of like all over the place in a rhythmic standpoint, but the sounds sounded good. You know what I'm saying? And you can like close your eyes and definitely take a journey on that. You know what I'm saying? And I saw you getting into it, and you know what I mean. I was trying to understand the story from the way you were playing it. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of, like you said, let my imagination make a story up on its own. But it was great. It was great. I liked it.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just, I don't know, it's just one of those pieces, man, that I just never do the same way twice. It's just, just something I just thought of one day just from I don't know, just listening to just like nothing. I guess.
Like
I don't
plucked
know.
it away like you just did
I
that
just,
piece
just
right there.
just went for it. It's just, I don't know, to me that song's just, I don't know, just like anything that we know. It's just, just a state of being. It's something. It's just, I don't really know what it is right now, but it's just something, and it's a good thing, and it's here.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Yeah.
Well, do you guys want to give off your Instagrams, Facebook, any shows, anything coming up, anything?
Let's go with Antar first,
Yeah,
man.
Antar, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Well, my Instagram is just Antar_the 1985th, and just send me a message through there, or find me on Facebook if you want to find out about my shows, because my schedule's like varying all the time. So just contact me and I'll let you know what's going on.
Nice. Cass, you want to anything out there?
Honestly, I don't even have a Instagram, but I thought Instagram was just like pictures.
Yeah.
It is.
It's just-
But it's
you don't.
videos now.
It can be
It's
Twitter. You can
videos
give
now.
Like 15-second videos.
Are they doing the little like chirps? You know what I'm saying? 15-second voice, whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're all the same now. WhatsApp, Instagram.
Kind of Instagram
like,
is kind of making a good big emergence because it's just popular.
It's popular. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
simple.
it's
people like
it's at
people
the
like
forefront.
taking pictures, and the filters are like retro. And
Right. And now they
Raina
add the
just
little
got it.
perks.
They all link to each other too. They all.
Yeah, Facebook
Right,
owns
yeah.
it. So.
Right.
Yeah.
If you have
yeah.
a Facebook, but you have an album coming out soon, right? You're putting some
I do.
touches.
I do. I'm coming out with my third.
major.
Yeah, see, Major Studios.
Yeah.
Yeah, Christopher Murray.
Yeah,
Let's give it up for
exactly.
Christopher Murray.
Did 4 tracks with Christopher.
That kid works hard, man.
He do, man. He's
Yeah.
very diligent.
He'll be in
man.
here.
He's
He'll be in
very,
here
very
coming up,
diligent. Like it's impressive.
Yeah.
in May.
It's definitely impressive.
I'm telling you,
so
from living in that house with him,
Uh-huh.
like, don't worry, like he plays those tracks. I hear him all
and
the
he's
time.
working on it, and I know it, and I
He
know
is,
it, and
man.
I feel good
He
every
is.
time he sends me a mix. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And he'll like change it up completely until a total new song. But I'm
And-
like, you know what?
Yeah,
I'm
and
rolling
he's
with
bringing
this.
more people into it than just himself. Like me as
Yeah.
a roommate, and the
Yeah.
other roommate that we live with, and he has other musicians come over to listen to.
That's
his
what I
tracks, so-
heard, and actually
Yeah.
like play some, play some tunes on it. My man Eddie Bleezy, like he played the
Yeah.
guitar on one track, like
Okay.
in the
Hook
background,
wise.
and I didn't even know it was there. You know what I'm saying? I'm listening for what I need to be correcting. Like, no, man, my verse messed up right there. You need to fix that, right?
He's
And
listening
he
for the
like,
vocals.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And he's like, you notice the guitar? I'm like,
Right.
yo, that's dope. Like, turn that guitar up. We need to turn it up some. He's like,
Is it
yeah,
the slide
Eddie.
guitar that.
I think it
different?
was.
Oh, alright.
I think it was, and he was just like Eddie came and played. I was like, "Oh shit, what the fuck?"
Eddie, dude,
Yeah.
Eddie has some chops, yo.
That's crazy.
Like he's a really strong front man. Like I have to give it up for Ed Bleezy. Like
Well, I think we have to explain who Ed Bleezy
Ed Bleezy
is.
is the singer. He used to be High Tide. But now he has a new band with Murray called Hookwise, who's going to be on this show in May. So stay tuned for that. But what I love about Bleezy is that he'll get fucking faded. But like you give him an acoustic guitar and a small group of people, and he will entertain them in any condition. He
Yeah,
is a
he's an
walking
artist.
songbook. Yeah, like he's awesome, man. Like he was our rock. Like him and Danny Dredd were our rock on tour. He's also sings with Skanks Roots Project, who's
Right.
going to be playing up in. Man, I wish I could go. They're doing not the Cal Roots, not the first one, but the second one, and they're gonna be playing. We'll post those shows too. I'll make sure I get those dates too, because I'm gonna be playing with those guys for a few of those dates around here, and maybe up in Venice, I think. And we're working some scheduling stuff out, but I always love playing with those guys. But
Eddie
Ed's
Bleezy.
awesome.
Yeah.
Chris is solid too. I gotta say, Chris, dude, Chris fucking just. There was moments when we were on tour where he just fucking. If it wasn't for Chris and his like solid bass playing, I wouldn't have lasted a minute because we kind of got thrown into that real quick. Like, but I don't know. It fucking two solid fucking dudes. Paul, you wanna? Oh, I'm sorry. You got anything else?
You know what? Quick story. Like how I met Eddie Bleezy. Like I've known him for a while, and I've been playing in a band with him, Chill Clinton, which we got a show this Saturday at 710 Club. Yeah, around 10 o'clock, right after the fight. So when you drunk, you know what I mean, after the fight,
come listen to some good
down.
music.
Yeah,
See, there
come
you
down.
go. You got a fucking date. You have.
Boom, right,
Nice.
Saturday. But he also sings in the band as well, so he's going to be there Saturday as well. So he'll be singing. But like we did a show in Palm Desert with the band because one of the band members, his family lives out in Palm Desert. It was hot as shit out there.
Desert.
The fucking man, it was melting hot out there. Like I took a shower with my towel and shit, like a towel that I bought, and just like put it in the car and shit on the on the chair, and like hour
Dried
later
up.
came out. That shit was dried in the mouth. I was
Damn.
like, yo, it was hot as shit
Wait,
out there.
what type of venues do they got out in Palm Desert?
Yo, it was some venue with like some sprinklers out front. Like it was so hot. Like,
I want to be there. You got the contact?
yeah, the misters.
Trying to get there.
No, it was a sports bar. It was a sports bar, and it was a local sports bar. And like I said, the dude was from the town, so it was some old local shit. But it was fun. But anyway, Eddie Bleezy, like he ended up riding back with me, and he was like, "What you doing like when you get home?" And he was like, I need to meet this dude, and we need to record something. You know what I'm saying? You got a couple verses, and I laid some verses and ended up on the Skanks
Yeah, on
Roots.
the new Skanks Roots.
Was that
project.
for the Music Saved My Life verse?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, music
Oh,
saved
okay,
my
yeah,
life.
yeah,
Yeah, music. Yeah, I mean, MUS, I see, funky fresh, I be, bring the best of me about you. What I do, caught you ecstasy. Yeah, that.
That's
But
one of the
anyway,
songs that, he's always got going, man.
yeah, and that's a good one. So the Skanks Roots
Right.
Project, and that kind of happened like so spontaneously. Like I said, we were coming from Palm Springs and ended up doing that song, and then that song ended up on the album and shit. You know what I'm saying? So like that was pretty dope.
That's a hitter too on the road. People
Yeah.
like that song.
I like
Right.
the whole album. It's really, really good.
Yeah,
it's
Chris
really good.
Murray. That was his first like full like from top to bottom, like complete production, fucking mixing, mastering,
Okay,
fucking
okay.
producing, and like he did such a great job. It's for a first time like where he really put all that in there. It's not the first time he ever mixed or mastered, but it was the first time like an entire project that was that he had a big part in. And he fucking did a good job, man. I was impressed. I'm impressed with that guy. That
Yeah.
dude impresses me.
No days off, man.
He's
He's had no days
diligent.
off for-
He's really
He
diligent.
lives in
man.
that fucking room.
Yeah, he does,
It
man.
stinks in
Seriously.
there. No,
Yeah.
it doesn't even stink that
And that's how we met. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how we met.
In his room?
No, I'm saying like
Hell yeah.
from Palm Springs to recording that album, and then that's how we started to work on my stuff.
your
Because
stuff.
like that day, he was like, "Yo, I never did hip hop. If you want," I'm like, "Yeah,
Yeah, he fucking.
you ain't gonna charge me nothing? Like, yeah, I'll do music with
Hell
you.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's go in that room.
You do
baby.
good music
that's
too.
sick.
You know what I'm saying?
So when do you think that's gonna be coming out?
You know what? My goal is to get it out ASAP. You know what I'm saying? I want to get it out in that timeline where I can try to get it into the next San Diego Music Awards. So that's the ultimate goal, and I think that deadline is like July, something like that. So
When you were with Rare Form, they got nominated a couple times, right?
not Rare Form, you know what I'm saying?
Rare Form.
No,
You guys were
no,
up for one
Touch a
before.
Cast.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2010. You know what I'm saying? My album, The Real. Yeah. That one was nominated
Not
for.
rare for him.
Yeah,
Touch of kiss.
not the band I created, just me.
But shouts out to Brother Bay though.
I'm talking shit.
Brother Bay.
We love
That's
brother.
my man.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love Brother Bay. I love you. I'll just play.
Great Philly
He's
MC.
married.
Great
Yeah,
Philly
no
MC.
silly
He's
MC.
married.
Aw.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the goal, and hopefully I can reach it. You know what I'm saying? And it's a small time crunch right now, and if I don't reach it, I'm still gonna put out the album. So if it don't come out in time for that, it's gonna be out, and
It's gonna be out,
I think
yeah.
everybody gonna like it.
Yeah.
Because when I listen to it, it's like, you know what I'm saying, my whole life, my situation with my son, and you know what I'm saying, my wife, soon to be ex-wife, you know what I mean, like all that comes in that music. And when I listen back,
Yeah,
thank you.
Welcome to the free life.
I'm not gonna touch that.
Yeah, I'm not touching any of it.
Yeah, whatever.
But it's like a nice timestamp of your life.
Perfect
Currently.
timestamp and a perfect outlet, because I don't really talk about that to nobody. You know what I'm saying? When
Except for
everybody
this
look at me,
podcast where we're gonna
except
put
for
this
this
publicly.
podcast. You know what
But
I'm
we
saying?
ain't
Like,
going into any kind of detail. We don't need to.
it's all good. It's
But
all
you're
good.
making
You're
all of that
open
into
now, yeah.
positivity.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Music.
Yeah,
Spinning it.
exactly. So that's coming real soon. That's coming real soon. And again, the show Saturday, Chill Clinton.
Hopefully,
10
I
o'clock,
don't know if this is
17
gonna go
o'clock.
up before then, but if it does, we'll make sure. Fucking.
It should. Yeah.
Making those
How
Asian eyes.
fucking dare you?
They're like,
I'm gonna
Drunk.
hold you to it.
Asian eyes. I'm just drunk.
drunk.
I'm gonna hold you
Drunk, tired,
to
or
it.
Asian. One or the other.
You said it's gonna be out before Saturday. I better get the link.
Yeah, Mike. I'll be watching that Pacquiao fight, depending on who you think wins.
I'm gonna be
Might
watching the
come
fight
out
too.
on Saturday.
And from the
Yeah.
fight to the show. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Well, I
do
might
you have-
drop it on Saturday.
Do you have like Facebook or anything?
I do have a Facebook.
Musician or Reverb Nation, whatever.
You know what? Just hit up touchacast.com and you can get the Facebook and Instagram and everything else
Everything.
through that.
Hit the bomb.
The Instagram that I don't
Turn the
have.
bomb on.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Flex.
Flex.
Yeah.
By
that's it.
Saturday, right?
By Saturday.
Paul, you want to push anything?
Paul's
Paul's taking stand-up classes.
I'm super excited. I hope that I get invited back. And
Wait.
I hope
Can you
I
tell
can
us a
tell-
joke right now?
No,
Just-
that's not the right mood, man.
Can you just tell us
I got,
something?
I
Knock
got a
joke.
joke for you. Yeah, you want a joke?
Are you gonna like bash me though?
No, I'm not gonna bash.
Okay,
the
all right,
Asians.
right on.
We're gonna work on a little religion right now.
You're not gonna do black man, white man, Chinese man joke. Because
We'll
I
do-
grew,
we'll do
I
some-
grew up
we'll-
on those.
No, we'll do something dirty and quick.
And is this something from your set?
No, this is a joke from Marty Shortling, the dirty comic.
Okay.
We're just gonna do somebody else. But what did Adam say when Eve jumped in the first lake?
What?
Fuck, the fish are gonna smell like that.
Now, do some- do
What's
something
the
from your
answer?
set, man.
I totally
I'm
didn't.
still putting my set together. That's why I hope I get invited back. But I'll have a set for you guys.
I don't know.
Bring me back. That's what
Unless you
Bring
do
me
something
back.
right now, you're gonna get invited.
I didn't
back.
even
Do
understand
something
the
right
first
now.
joke.
All right, take off your shirt.
We want reparations for that
Take the
fucking
shirt
joke.
off right now.
No, there ain't no reparations for that joke. That joke was good. You
What
just
was
didn't
the
get it
answer?
right away.
Yeah.
Someone
That was too
else's
fast.
joke.
She said president because her pussy is stinky. And
Yo.
now all fish smell
She
like
said
But
present
I
because
saw
the
your
pussy is
eyes,
stinky.
and your eyes
Alright.
were just
No, I just
We-
wasn't impressed with
we
the
can
joke.
get no
little,
joke or
little
anything?
Mikey cakes. Looking
I'll
right
bring you
through
back.
me.
I actually like stinky pussy.
Were you not gonna bring
Who
me
likes
back if I
stinky
don't tell a
pussy?
joke?
No, that's a joke. I like stinky fish.
Yeah,
I don't
I
like
like stinky
fish.
cheese.
I like. Okay, I don't like stinky fish. I
don't
like
mind stinky
fishy
weed.
fish.
That's different.
Fishy tasting
He
fish.
said that's different, bitch.
What did you say?
I said I like sticky weed.
No,
or
no,
sticky
no, what
weed.
aren't
He
I
said that's different.
Oh.
I like stinky weed.
Jesse, do you want to promote any like open mics or any acoustic shows that you're doing?
No, but
Are you gonna come
everybody
and perform
should.
one day?
Everybody should maybe eventually, but everybody should look into this ship and also just sort of like a group for awareness for rescuing whales and the killing of whales. This is super hippie, but I'm sorry, but everybody check out the Sea Shepherd because
Sea shepherd.
Sea Shepherd.
Sea shepherd.
I know.
I can
Is
dig
that
it.
the whaling show thing?
Yeah.
I've never seen the show, but all I know is that things that they're doing are pretty amazing.
doing-
You know what? It all starts
Yeah,
with
I mean,
awareness.
save the
so
whales.
if
Fuck.
you're making people aware of whatever,
Right.
you know
There
what
it
I'm
is.
saying? Like,
No, that's fine.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Stand-up
That's dope.
comedy
Fucking will.
that you don't ever
Leave
do.
our ocean the
Well,
fucking
there you-
alone.
It's
Right,
never the
please.
right setting. This is
Okay,
not the
now I'm
right
fucking
setting,
with you.
right? Like, I mean, if I asked you guys to play right now, play me a whole show right now.
A whole
We
show.
just want a piece, though.
But that's the thing, though. It's the
I-
setting, man.
I can do a whole
It's
show.
the stage.
That's
Right
great.
now.
Antar's ready too.
I
Both
think
of them
he
at the
could.
same time.
Antar's ready to go to sleep.
All
I'm
stars.
getting itis over here, man.
All right. Let's see. June 6th, Las Vegas at the
Bunkhouse Saloon.
June 26th, Santa. Oh, this is all for Concrete Project. June 26th, Santa Ana at
The Copper Door.
July 25th, the same day as the chili cook-off. I'll be playing with Skanks Roots Project during the festival, but directly after the festival, TCP is going to be at Gallagher's on July 25th. September 26th, Winston's, that's Concrete Project. Me and Raina are going to be playing May 6th, which is next Wednesday, at McCrae's Music Store in Lemon Grove. And that is
Lemon
a charity
Grove.
event, and now that is $15 in advance and $20 at the door. There's going to be some amazing musicians playing. There's going to be some African drums being played. There's going to be some sexy jazz saxophone, and
Yeah.
a bunch of cool stuff. And me and Rain are going to close the event out, so that'll be fun. That's an acoustic show. May 10th, me and Raina will be at the Tin Roof. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Tin Roof.
Of L House.
I'm gonna be playing my very dear friend Alan and his friends show. It's a really intimate joint. It's gonna be an acoustic show. We're gonna be going around like 10 or 10:30. He gave us an early spot. He literally texted. He's like, "Well, I got
10:30 in the
10
morning.
No, 10:30 at night." He's like, "I got like 9:30, 10:30. I got later ones. I got whatever you want, but I figured you'd want early ones because of your situation." And which is,
The boner thing?
yeah, because I
That's
pop
fuck-
boners.
that's
No,
discriminating.
because of Baby
Discriminating.
Bishop.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying.
And we were thankful, and it's a work night, and I'm tired.
That's great.
So we'll be playing there, and that's called G Street Sessions. And is there anything else?
Yeah, you
I
got. You're
want to
supposed
ask
to.
Antar, do you have any projects that we can buy?
Not currently, no. I'm working on it though.
So you're playing with different projects out, right?
Yes.
Do you know? Can you say any of the projects that you're playing currently?
Right now, I'm playing with Coast Bop, and that's about all I've got going on right now as far as any established projects.
Okay. And your Instagram again is?
Antar _ the 1985th.
Okay. Great. I need more Antar. I need that. No, I like that. I really like that. I want to see that with the whole band. Definitely. I enjoy that.
What is that?
Yeah, that would be great to see the whole collaboration. Like, I know that. Oh, I feel it more.
Well, friends, we've reached that time again.
Can you give us a couple more ands, ums, and likes before we go?
And ampersand.
Yeah, I mean,
Hey, everybody, take care of your fellow human beings. Just be nice. Save the whales. Fucking leave. Say no to harpoon. Don't do heroin unless
Fuck you, though.
you're ready for that kind of commitment.
peace.